Do that actually. All right, here we are. I swear, this is like being a production assistant and more over this junk. There we go. YouTube, we're live. Hi, tubers. Hi, tubers. I missed y'all. Hi, tubers. I'm so sorry for being so very late. But thank you so much for being here. And thank you, TikTok, also, and Twitch for being here because y'all could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me. So I thank you so much for that. Now, with that being said, guys, while you are here, let's be active participants. Let's do all of the good things. Let's make sure that we are tapping the screen, sharing the live, reposting, knocking out these gift goals, and just doing all of the great things. Of course, as you already know, I'm just going to put it out there. Black women's labor ain't free. All right. So if you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, the best way to support is via a super chat. With that being said, guys, let's get this party started. All right. We have so much to talk about, guys. So much to talk about. All right. When I say that, I really do mean it. Like, seriously, so much. Letitia James, for the second time, a grand jury failed to indict. They're just making their way through Virginia. They started in my hometown of Norfolk, then they went to Alexandria. Now they're going to try again in Richmond. They're going to do that next week to see if they can actually indict her, which is pretty wild to me. If I do say so myself, just let it go. Your charges won't stick. All right, let's go ahead and let out the backup. All right, guys, if you're not following the backup, make sure that you are doing so. Go ahead and do that. All right, and let's see what we have here in likes of Trump supporters. Remember, guys, keep doing all of the good things, all of the good things. Oh, cha. All right, Rodrigo, what? Rodrigo? I don't want to mess up your name. Can I call you Rod?
Yep, Rodrigo.
Okay, but I'm going to mess it up. Is it okay if I call you Rod?
All right, sure, no worries.
Cool. All right, the guy below you isn't going to load, so there's that. All right, so Rod, you're a Trump supporter? Hi, Rod.
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. All right. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
48.
48. Okay. All right. So why do you still support Trump?
Because of his policies what he's enacting for policies, his policies about the war on drugs, his policies of bombing the nuclear capabilities in Iran, taxes, his policies of implementing tariffs, his policies of ending ridiculous regulations, all those things.
Okay. None of those things are working out well. You mentioned his the war on schmugs is what you said. All right. How's that going for Trump? Like, tell us, what do you like about it? Like, can you elaborate? I don't want to feel like I'm pulling teeth. So you got to give me something to work with here. What is it that you like? What are you supporting? So on and so forth. Like, give us something to work with.
Okay. So the war on smugs is just simple, basic logic that the best way to attack them is to attack their funding and what Trump is doing right now. So this is the first president we've ever had that is actually fighting a war on smugs. All the other, they allowed the smuggling to continue because it goes into their black budgets. I would think that you're aware of this. Black budgets.
Their black budgets? Is this like a conspiracy thing? Is this something that's real? Like, you actually can substantiate this?
You're not aware.
Hold on, time out.
Yes, there's
Don't ask me if I'm
okay.
not aware of something. If I just asked you, is it real or is this something conspiratorial? Okay. So is this something that you're going to
Okay.
be able to substantiate, or do I need to waste my tinfoil? Because aluminum foil is not cheap, bro. I just want to let you know that it's not cheap. So is this something that's real that you can
Yeah,
substantiate?
it's yep, it's definitively real. They've released documents on it and everything about our
Okay, what's it
CIA
called?
was behind smuggling cocaine. They were hold on, I'll tell you. They were behind smuggling cocaine into LA and pumping it into this all went on in the 80s. It was called the War on Drugs. And
You're talking about the C-Rack epidemic? What Reagan and them did?
this
Iran
yeah, I'm talking
Contra?
about how no. That was about gun smuggling. What they also
No,
did,
wait, time
this is the
out. Hold on,
CIA.
time out. Time out. You don't know
Okay.
what you're talking about. All right. Because yes, do you know that Ronald Reagan, all right, and for TikTok purposes, this is for educational purposes, and this is my opinion. It's not opinion, it's fact. It's fact. All right. They literally, all right, basically smuggled in metric tons of booger sugar, shout out to Liv, all right, into black and brown communities to fund, all right,
That's
to fund their endeavors, all right, with the Iran
that's what
Contra
I was just
affair.
telling you.
No, I'm saying you said that that
This
didn't
is literally
happen.
what I was just telling you
I know, but
happened.
I said that it
No,
was
I
for
told
Iran
you it did,
Contra.
and you
You
told
said
me
that it
that
was
you wanted
for
to get out your
GUNs. No, you said something about black something, and I didn't know what the
no,
hell you
no.
were talking about.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay. So just real quick, the the Iran Contra that you're talking about has nothing to do with drugs. It had to do
Yeah, it
with
does. They
weapons.
use
Just
the
like I
money that they got from the
okay,
smoking to darn go on to get the fucking guns in Iran. Like it's all connected, bro. Like, what are we doing?
okay. If that's the case, then I'll go with that. But okay, so the claim that do you need to get out your tinfoil then in order to find out that what I said was factual? That
Nah, bro. I think
our
we
own
might be on
CIA
the
does
same
do
page with
exactly
this
what
one,
you
bro.
just
Hey,
okay.
everyone, drop your
So
mount.
here we
Hold on,
go.
Rod. Everyone, drop your mountains in the chat. The stalker has returned. I'm in a mood tonight, Rod. It's not you, it's me. I promise. Go on. I'm listening.
No worries. I'm here to correct you. So, yeah, as you acknowledge now, I was right about that. So, this is the first president that I know of that is actually fighting a war on drugs.
Yeah,
And
he's
as I said,
literally
my
unaliving people.
correct
That's
that are
it.
smuggling smugs. Yeah, that's what you
When
do to
did
people who are
becoming
smugglers.
hold on, when did become like smuggling, so drug trafficking, when did that become a crime?
That's been a crime for a long time in the
Oh,
United
I'm so
States.
sorry. My bad. My apologies. I asked the wrong question. Damn. When did that become a death penalty case?
But great question. And that happened when the Donald dictated them a T organization. That's when that happened.
Not necessarily. No, no,
No, factually,
because
yes.
no. In
You
order to
can
actually unalive a terrorist, you do have to have an imminent threat present, and there has
no.
been no imminent threat.
First of all, that's not true. Second of all, the imminent
Yeah,
threat
it is
would be
true.
okay. So Obama did that when he droned all those people. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, actually, yeah, he did. They were imminent threats. Who do you want to talk about? You want to talk about the American? Do you want to talk about how
Yeah,
unfortunately we're
he
going
was
to
an
have
imminent threat having
casualties?
lunch.
He was
He
an
was
imminent
imminent
threat
threat.
because he was actively planning attacks on the United States of America
So what are
soil.
drug
So
smugglers
there's
doing?
that. And also with that,
What are
all
drug
right,
smugglers
before,
doing?
excuse me, I'm
Yeah.
talking. All right,
Okay.
before you get
Yeah.
into this whole thing about Obama
Yeah.
and nobody finds him to do any wrong, a BS. All
Yeah.
right, what President
What?
Obama did was absolutely wrong. He should not have just been sending drones out. So no, I do not agree with him on all of his drone strikes. No, I don't. However, the Obama administration was able to provide evidence. All right, I believe his name was Al Awaki, something similar to that, or Alaki, something close to that. But for him, they were able to actually provide evidence that he, in fact, was actively planning attacks on U.S. soil, therefore making him an imminent threat to the United States of America and its citizens. So there's that. What evidence has Donald Trump or his administration, including Pete Hegseth, provided to show that any of these people, the 86 people thus far that they have unalived, have been an imminent threat to the United States of America?
Thank you. The reason for that is, as you just stated with your example, the imminent threat is, in fact, them bringing the narcotics to our nation, and though that's the imminent threat. Are you aware how many people are unalived each year by these narcotics?
That's
100,000.
interesting because the last time
100,000.
that I checked,
So
per the Cato Institute, all right, the people that are actually bringing schmugs into this country are definitely white folks. It's people coming
that's
across the
wonderful.
border, white folks.
Then we should arrest them too and do the same thing
But
to them
should
if
we?
there's
But we
white
should.
folks
So
leaving
basically,
Venezuela
if
doing
you get caught, if you get caught bringing schmugs into the United States of America, all right, actually bringing schmugs into the country, so you cross the border, you're on U.S. soil, not in the middle of the ocean. You're telling me that they should be unalive?
No, I'm not. No one made that claim.
Oh, I'm
Why
so
would you
sorry.
think that?
That's what we're doing to the people in the boats who haven't eaten. They're over
Right.
2,000
They're
miles
not in,
away.
correct. Yeah, they're not U.S. citizens. They're not on U.S. soil, and
Whoa,
they're not terror.
whoa,
Oh,
whoa,
so
whoa,
you
whoa,
don't.
whoa, whoa. I'm sorry. My apologies. I think anyone that's bringing schmugs into the country should be considered a terrorist. Why not? They're bringing schmugs in, and
Well,
then people get to
I
use
think
them.
the same thing.
Then
I
why
think the
shouldn't
same
they?
thing.
Why
I
shouldn't
think that
they
you.
face the same fate? Make it make
I'm
sense.
with you. Let's do that. But you need to petition the
Oh,
Democrats.
okay.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
petition
all
the
right. So you
Democrats to get
do
that
want to
done.
unalive.
And
So
the
you
Republicans.
do. So you just want to unalive
I'm
anyone that
okay with it
basically
if that's the
uses
law.
drugs, right?
It's,
Is that what you
no,
want
I
to do?
want to do what you just wanted to do. I was
No, I'm
agreeing with
asking
you.
you.
I
Why?
want to do what
Okay,
you
but
just
no,
said.
you said no at first. You said no at first.
No.
You did.
I said that.
You did.
Yeah,
You
so
said no.
you've
No,
convinced
they're
me. You're
American
so,
citizens.
yeah,
Now it's the
I know
yes.
you're so
Oh,
convincing.
okay. Okay. Yeah, sure it is. Now they're
You're
committing
so
war
convincing.
crimes. They're committing war
Oh,
crimes.
wait.
They don't have
So
any
you
evidence.
lost the argument. You're moving on now.
No, I'm not losing.
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
lose the argument. You're just showing how
Okay, you
depraved
didn't.
you are. That's all you're doing. Is that you're willing to
You know what that word?
unalive people while Donald Trump defunds substance abuse and mental abuse, mental health programs. You're just willing to unalive people for having an addiction. Is what you're willing to do. I get it. It's okay. You're weird. You're
How did
deplorable.
we
I
jump
get
to
it.
this now?
Now,
How did
with
we
that
jump to
being
this
said,
now?
what evidence
How
do
did
they
we
have
jump to
about the
this?
schmugs?
How did we jump to I want
Follow along, Brody.
unalive? How did we get to that?
You got to follow
Are you
along.
able to? Are you able to have a conversation
I am
without setting
able
up
to have
straw
a
men?
conversation. I'm
Okay,
having a
let's try it.
conversation right now.
Okay, let's try it. No, you're not.
Who are you
If
to
you'd
judge
like, I
that?
would like. Oh yeah, I'm so tired.
Who are
If
you
you'd
to
like,
judge
we can
that?
try to have a conversation.
I'm
And
just
how it
wondering,
works,
who are you to
boo boo.
judge that, though?
How it works, boo boo, is you
I'm
respond
so
to what I'm
sorry. I don't
saying.
know. What was that? Why did you do that? What
Uh,
was that? What was that?
it was
Was that
it was
you
me
trying to
explaining to you
be
how
do like a little
conversations
microaggression
normally work.
there? Do you want to
No, it's
lean
just me
into
simply
your bigotry
explaining.
now? Is that what you want to do?
Oh, I got bigotry now too.
Is that
Yeah,
what you want to do, Rodrigo?
yeah, that's
Hey, I
exactly
have
what
a
I want to do.
question. What's your race?
Sure. I'm sorry.
What race are you?
I'm white,
You're white?
Caucasian.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why does that matter? It sounds like
Caucasian
you
is the
want to make some.
ethnicity, by the way. I just want to let you know that
It,
it's not a
it
race.
just wanted
I just
to
want to
know.
let you know
So what do
that.
you want to do? Okay, I just
What's
wanted to
your
let you know. What do you
ethnicity?
want to do? So you want to be racist right now? So that's why you're
No, I'm
asking these
black. I can't
questions?
be racist.
Oh, so you think that you cannot be racist?
No, I
That's
can't be
hilarious.
racist. You literally
Can you
don't know what
explain that to me?
racism is.
Can you look it up and read the word aloud, the
Yeah, I
definition?
don't
Look.
have to look anything up. I know what racism is. You don't. You tell us what racism is so
Okay.
you can get it wrong in
Racist.
front of
I'm sorry.
344 people.
Okay, yeah.
Go ahead.
Racism is when you treat ethnic group in a certain way based upon prejudgments, and that's what you're doing.
That's not racism, silly pants. Racism is
So what
actually
is racism?
racism is actually a system of oppression, all right, that actually acts against those in marginalized group, typically people of color. Hi, I'm black, person of color here. Hi, how you doing? All right. That's what it is. Okay. And you saying that, like you all trying to change it so that, white people can experience racism is absolutely hilarious. All right. You can't
So you're
experience the negative impacts of something that you created, bro. All right. Who created the system that we
oh,
live in? There's a white supremacy.
well, first of all, we don't live in a system of white
We
supremacy.
do live in a system of white supremacy. Where you been? Do you live in the United States?
Yeah, what laws are you talking about?
Do you live in the United States?
I'm aware of one racist law in the
What's the one racist law that we have?
It's affirmative action against white people and Asian people
Affirmative
to help
action is
black
racist?
people.
Okay, I
Yeah,
have a question for you.
yeah.
All right.
Have
First
you?
things first is you
Sure,
have to tell the class what affirmative action is. I can't argue something with you if you don't know what it is.
sure.
What is affirmative
Okay, I
action?
appreciate that. Thank you. What we'll do is we'll use the Harvard court case that was just settled about how they
Okay, you got it.
illegally were using affirmative action against Asian people. Let's use that.
I said, what is affirmative action? I didn't ask you for a court case.
Yeah,
Tell us what affirmative action is.
we're going to use that court case, and we'll tell you what the Supreme
Are you
Court
unable
decided.
to tell us what affirmative action is? Is that
Are
what it
you
is?
unwilling? Are
Yeah,
you
you're
unwilling
literally
to listen to the
stalling though,
Supreme
bro.
Court of the United States? Is that what you're saying?
I'm sorry, what was that? I can't hear you. Hold on
You,
one moment. Give me a second. 1
oh,
second. Damn, Rod. Hold on. Shit. Calm down, buddy. It's okay. I promise. No one's gonna hurt you here. You're safe. You're still talking too because your box is blue. Like, stop talking. Dang, you can literally see me on the screen. You saw I was fixing my
sorry.
headphones.
I
Give
was
me a
just
moment.
laughing at you. Yeah, I'm just laughing at you.
There we go. I turned that
There
up.
we go.
Okay.
There we go. Sorry about that. I was just chuckling. I know that it bothered you a lot that my blue screen was lighting up there when I was laughing at you.
Your blue screen was lighting up?
Yeah, my little blue
No,
outline
I
there.
didn't.
That you were
Literally, I
so
didn't
concerned
want
about.
to miss anything that you said, but obviously you
Oh,
never
okay.
said anything of importance.
That's a good
yet,
idea
so
for you
missed
not
it.
to miss anything. It's a
There
good idea
we
for you
go.
not to miss
So
anything I
anywho,
said
what
because
you're
I'm
telling
educating
us
you
is
a
that
lot
you
tonight.
don't know
So
what
don't miss
affirmative
any of this
action
education.
is what you're telling
Okay.
us. Okay, so
Yeah.
you don't know what affirmative action is. That
And you
means you
got to
wouldn't
that
know
by
why we actually had
right.
affirmative action in place here in the United States of America. Now, do you?
So you don't know why the Supreme Court overturned it. That's what you're
Actually,
saying.
I do. I do know. I know a
Okay,
lot
so
more
then
than you
let's read
do. This
that,
isn't the
Buttercup.
first time. All right.
Let's read it, Buttercup.
First of all, let's do this. First things first is what you're going to understand here, Rob, is this is my juke
Boo
joint,
Boo
okay?
got her feelings
You
hurt.
know what? White
What's the
men
matter? You don't
have
like
the
these facts?
smallest penises because whenever they feel threatened by a woman, and literally what they do is they literally just lean into their misogyny. Is what they do. They can't help themselves. They just have to lean into the misogyny. And this one here also wants to lean into the racism. He's trying really, really hard. And I hear him. I hear him. So, guys, it's 460 of us up in here. What I want us to do is I want us to buckle up while I drag him because he does not know what it is that he is talking about. All he's going to do is he's going to continue on with his microaggressions, all right, and also his misogyny, all right. I would like for someone to take account. Who wants to be the counter on how many times Rod here is gonna be a prick? Who wants to do it? Someone volunteer. Who wants to be the volunteer? You will? All right, Amanda. Is it Amanda? All right, great. Amanda, you got it. Amanda's my counter. Amanda, every time he does a microaggression, every time he leans into his misogyny, I want you to take a tally of it. And then once he's out of here, let me know how many you do. We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens here. Also, guys, if you are in the chat, go ahead and drop your mountain emoji because Stalker is here and the Stalker needs to find a cliff. Another example of a fragile white male. Okay, with that being said, let's talk about your Harvard case since you obviously don't know what affirmative action is. Go on.
Can I get a counter? Can I get a counter? Can I get a counter? I know you have Amanda counting my things. God. Can I get a counter to count how many times?
No, you don't get a counter. Either nut up.
Okay, I'll count your ignorance. I'll count your ignorance.
Okay.
So far we're at one. So far we're at one.
Go on.
On the tinfoil hat and then admitted that the Iron Con.
No, you
So
mentioned something about some
on.
black accounts or something of that nature, and that's what I was asking you was real.
Yeah,
and
that's what they call that. They call that a black budget.
It. But you go on. Continue on.
Yeah. Okay. So what would you like to talk about?
You literally just said that you were going to go over the Harvard case. Do you not recall what you said about a minute ago?
Yes.
All right. Are you
said
sundowning already on us? Are you sundowning?
No, you No, you said you didn't want to read that because you
I
didn't like
literally
facts.
said before you tried to be cute, which you failed miserably at, is that okay, let's talk about your Harvard case. Now here you are again displaying your stupidity.
Okay.
I can't believe it. Try again, buddy. Let's talk about your Harvard case. Go on.
Okay. Okay. Are you aware why they lost the case and what the
I
judge and
am
what the
aware
Supreme
why
Court
they
ruled?
lost the case.
Okay. What was the reason?
The reason why is no, fuck you. No, you tell us why they lost the case.
Okay. Since
This
you know
is
a lot
yours.
about it, what was the
You
decision?
brought it up. You literally brought it up.
Okay. I'll do it. Yeah, I certainly did. Certainly did bring that up.
Then the floor is yours.
What
You
happened in
keep
this case
asking me
was,
questions, motherfucker.
yeah,
What are we doing? These
Yeah,
people are so
yeah.
weird. Go ahead.
yeah, I was just
You
asking
got
you to display your ignorance, but
I know.
you did
I
fine with
know.
it.
I know.
Okay.
Go
So
ahead, buddy. Go
the
ahead.
decision was 6. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
The decision was 6-3, and what happened administration program, and it violated the Equals Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment. And the reason why they lost this was because if you know, then you can answer the question that I asked you. And
I don't have to answer
instead
your
of you
question.
telling me
This
to
is
explain it to
something that
you.
you want to talk about.
Okay, well then don't.
What's your point
Okay,
of bringing it
but
up?
don't
though?
act smug about how you. Okay. You asked me
I
what
told
one
you from the
racist law
jump
was
that
in the
I
United
already
States,
know
and I
about the
told you.
case. You said that you want to
Right,
talk
so-
about the case. All right. Don't ask
Right,
me
no,
about the case.
no.
If I say that I already know about the case and you know about the case,
Okay.
there's no need for us to have an overview of the case. What is it that you want to talk about in regards to the case?
Okay, try to follow along with how a conversation works. What happened is you told me to give an example.
That's crazy. He can't talk anymore. I think that's wild.
You asked me.
Bruh, that's wicked. Get your act right. Get some act right, buddy. Get some act right. Next time you come off mute, behave yourself. Continue on. Behave yourself. If you can't behave yourself, you're going to go back on mute. You got to be trained.
So you asked me.
You got to be trained.
Yeah.
You better continue on. I ain't asked you for an overview. I told you to continue on. So when you come off of mute, continue on with your argument, like lay the foundation, and let's go from there. You can come off mute now. Hope you got it together.
Thank you. Do you feel powerful now?
I've been raw dogging Vision this whole day. What the hell? Huh?
Man, I hope you feel powerful.
I do.
Okay, thank you.
Fucking champ.
I
I wake up in the morning and piss excellence. Go on. I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
I doubt that, but
I do. I wake up in the morning and piss excellence. It's pretty awesome.
Conversation was.
I'm listening.
Yeah. Okay. The only active law in the United States that you were so concerned about before of being racist is a law that is racist against Asians and white people. That is a fact. You asked me then what is the name of this law? So I said it was affirmative action. I then gave you an example of a case that literally was just settled in the Supreme Court, proving factually that I'm right. I'm happy to update you on everything.
I wasn't yawning, dickhead. I was literally calling someone.
I was yawning because it gets tiresome to teach you guys stuff.
Oh my God. All right, buddy, we hear you. You haven't said anything.
So are you still of the opinion then that it's impossible for Black people to be racist?
No, Black people can't be racist. No. Do you know why we had affirmative action in the first place?
I do.
Okay, why? Tell the class.
Why would I do that?
Tell the class. Do you believe that the United States has always operated on a merit-based system?
Answer that. When I ask you questions, do you answer them? Or how do you participate in a conversation?
You were asking me questions about the overview. And we don't need to go over the overview. We know that it was based on the Equal Protections Clause. And it also was because Justice Roberts wanted to ensure that people weren't admitted to school without their, based on race, but on their merit, pretty much, which they actually were. But Harvard and what was the name of the other school? I want to know if you do know this. What was the name of the other school that was involved in this case? What was the name of the other school that was involved in this case? That would tell me. Answer now. You have 2 seconds. You don't know. That way, because I know what you're fucking reading. It was UNC. It was University of
I'm
North
literally
Carolina.
walking.
No, you're not. Turn your
I'm
camera
pacing
on.
around laughing at you.
Turn your camera on.
Okay, I will.
Sure.
How you doing, Buttercup?
Everything
I'm
about
sitting here
the, since
walking
you know
around there,
everything
dipshit.
about the case, since you know everything
You
about
know
the case,
everything, and
you
you just
would
got
have
through
been
going again.
able to just answer the question and tell us that it was UNC.
Oh, it's so funny.
Yet
Wait.
you wanted to likely go get your sucking device and go look it up. It's okay if you needed to. You could have just said that. You could have just said that. You would have known that.
It is okay. And you could have admitted that before when I did. You could have admitted that when you used that tactic on the Harvard issue we just had before.
Actually,
no. You do know that you're
bro. I'm literally
up.
talking about the same case.
Different.
I'm talking about the same case. Why are you delineating them?
I just did the exact same
Why are you
thing.
delineating them though? Like seriously, why did you just do that? Why did you say I could have done the same thing when we were talking about the Harvard cases, but the two were different? They're the same exact
you literally
case.
Just did that and said,
no, I did not. I said, what was the other school that was involved in the case, and you didn't know the answer.
Oh.
That's okay. It's okay.
Boo-boo.
It's okay.
It's okay.
You're gonna be all right.
Boo-boo.
It's okay. I know Google couldn't save you.
Know.
It's all right. Now, with that being said, the reason why we had affirmative action in the United States of America is because we have not always operated on a system of merit. All right. What they actually saw was disparities in hiring that Black people, along with other people of color, including those who identify as Hispanic and also Asian, not being accepted to jobs and also not being accepted to schools. They saw that after the signing of the 1964 Civil Rights Act. Now, with that being said, they implemented affirmative action in order to even the playing field. All right. Now, I have a question for you. Does affirmative action include quotas?
That's debated.
Does affirmative action include quotas, yes or no?
It's not written in any law. It's overwhelming that it does. Yes.
I'm sorry, you keep cutting in and out. Can you say that again, please?
I have. Yeah, I said, to my knowledge, I don't know of it being written in any laws, but the data proves that.
The data proves that it is? What data?
The data in the Harvard case that they lost.
No, that's different. They weren't using quotas.
How is that different?
No, they weren't using quotas in the Harvard case.
I know they weren't using quotas.
So my question to then is irrelevant what you just said. All right. The data in the Harvard case does not lend credence that they were using quotas. What they were doing in the Harvard case was actually just
what did I tell you was the answer?
You said,
what did
you
I tell
literally
you the
just
Why don't
said,
you listen to my
I don't
answer?
think you know what, you do have bars.
Correct.
So you might have a delay. You may have a delay. So I want you to listen and listen well. Okay. Because you may have a delay.
Okay.
Just listen without talking and listen to understand. Thank you for the cake, by the way. Thank you. Listen carefully. I ask you the question. All right. Are quotas a thing with affirmative action? What you said.
And what was my answer?
Your answer was.
Sir. Okay.
This was your answer. I just literally told you to stop talking because you might have a delay.
Yes.
Stop talking. Okay. Just listen. Your Maga Wi-Fi is extremely nervous right now. It's a little antsy. You got to be quiet.
You can do it. You're wrong. Go ahead and do it.
So you then answered that the Harvard case shows that it involved quotas.
No, what did I answer?
And I told you that it does not lead
credence to it. That's not what I answered.
Then what did you answer? What did you answer?
Okay, I will tell you the exact thing that I answered. I said, to my knowledge, there is nowhere that it is written down that there is quotas.
Then what else did you say?
The evidence, the data proves otherwise.
And so I'm telling you that the data does not prove so. It doesn't.
Okay.
Because quotas were not involved in the Harvard and the UNC case. It just wasn't.
So
there's that.
How did they lose?
Jesus Christ.
How did they lose the case? The case that caused them to lose. What was that evidence?
Thank you, Kimmer, for the galaxy. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you, love. Thank you. Drop some hearts in the chat for Kimmer for that galaxy. Thank you so very much. So the evidence basically in this case all right, showed that they discriminated against Asian Americans. All right, that was the evidence that they had, and it basically was violating. All right, I believe it was Title 4 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which basically prohibits discrimination. And what they were doing is they were taking Asian applications and pretty much just putting them to the side while they reviewed other candidates, and then they put them ahead of them. But that does not mean that they had any quotas. All right. I don't think you know what the word quota means.
First of all, okay, probably I do, but that's not what actually happened.
Okay,
so here's what actually happened. Okay, here's what actually happened though. They didn't just put their applications to the side. They have a second portion that they give points to in order for the students to be accepted into admission. And part of that was they scored all of the Asians as quiet, unlikable, and all of these really racist things is what they did in order to dock them because their SAT scores were higher than the African Americans. So they had to pull that down in order to not write down, hey, we're actually just using quotas.
They're not using quotas.
So what they did was they did this. And then what happened was it went to this Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court said, hey guys, are you using quotas? And they said, no, we're not using quotas. And then they said, okay, let's look at the data. And then the Supreme Court looked at the data and they said, hey, assholes, you're all using quotas, even though you're not saying you are, you're lying. You lose the case, stop fucking doing it. Is that pretty much what happened?
No, it's not.
What did I get wrong? What specifically did I get wrong?
They weren't able to, they can't use quotas because quotas are illegal. All right. Now
that's
you got the likable,
so
you got the likable part right.
That's what I said.
That part, you got that right. Okay. All right, but so your conclusion, excuse me, I'm telling you what you got wrong. Your conclusion is that they use quotas. You literally said that, and they did not use any quotas. Just because, okay, listen, you're saying that it. Said that it implied that they're using quotas. They're not using quotas. All right. A quota would basically means that they have a set policy that they have to admit this number of this demographic. Okay. They're not using quotas. That's why, Jesus Christ. No, you're saying that the data implies that, and it does not, is what I'm trying to tell you. That's all I'm trying to get you to understand, but you're so hard up on this that you won't let go. That's literally it.
Okay. So the data implies, the data proves that Harvard University was being racist to Asian people and white people. That's what the data unequivocally proved.
It wasn't racist. It was discriminatory. There's a difference between the two. I need you to comment on those words. All right. Thank you very much. Good grief. Anywho, with that being said, you still don't know what affirmative action is because you think that quotas are still a thing. And that was taken out of play back in 1978 with the Backey Clay. I think his name is Backey. So, yeah.
I'm really curious. Thank you so much. I'm really curious how you think I think quotas still exist when I've told you now 8 times that they don't.
No, it's because you're saying that they don't. But then again, when you were summarizing, all right, giving your summation of the Harvard and UNC case, what you did was you were implying that they were using quotas. You even said it yourself. You said that the evidence, the data would show that they do. That's what you said.
I know. So let's unpack that. So how did they end up with
more? I'm not going to continue to have this conversation because that wasn't it. Yeah. All right. So with the Harvard thing, with the Harvard thing, we both understand what happened there. What you claimed initially is that I'm racist, all right? And I want you to provide me with some evidence to show that I am, in fact, racist. How can I, as a Black person, be racist? Because are you telling me that all of the people who were, doing the applications at Harvard, were they all Black people?
My God, I never claimed you were racist.
You did say I was racist.
It would be really great if you'd listen. I didn't.
You did say I was racist.
No, I said Black people.
Can you put a 1 in the chat if this dude said I was racist? Put a 1 in the chat. I want to see how many ones we get. Put a 1 in the chat.
And you are racist, but I will say you're racist because you are racist, and maybe I did.
I'm not racist.
But you are. Listen to your conversation right now.
You're calling me racist right now. That's literally what you did at first. Are you trying to light my gas?
Yeah, you are.
Is my gas being lit? You trying to light my
No, I'm
gas.
just
I can't
simply-
believe you. You're trying to light my gas.
Wait.
That's absolutely ridiculous.
Why
of
do you not want to be known as a racist?
Why would I want to be a racist? But
I don't
also, I
know. You're
can't be
doing
racist.
it.
I'm black.
You just
And the
told me
problem
about
is
how
here.
awful white people are. Aren't
I
white
didn't
people
say.
awful?
When did I say anything about white people being awful?
I'm asking you. Are
I'm
white
so
people
sorry.
awful?
No, you just made a statement. You said that I said that white
Yeah.
people were awful.
Oh, I'm
When
so sorry.
did I say that white people are awful?
I am so sorry. I didn't mean to put words in your mouth.
I'm just wondering, when did I say
I
that?
apologize. That was wrong of me. Let me ask you.
I want to know.
And again, I apologize.
Yeah,
I was
he
wrong for
literally,
saying that. And
literally.
again, I'll apologize and say,
Yeah.
are you going to accept the apology, or do you want to just keep?
Absolutely not. You're
you wanna
annoying
keep
as
going?
fuck.
Oh, okay.
You're just annoying.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
Well,
going to
that
accept the
happens when
apology.
you're really ignorant. It happens.
You
when
can
you're
say
really
what you
ignorant.
want. At least I'm not willfully
I know.
ignorant nor willfully obtuse, thus
Yeah.
making you
No,
stupid.
you are definitely
There you
willfully
go.
ignorant.
There you go.
Yeah,
All
you're
right, what are we
definitely that.
doing here?
So, would you like to talk about what's the next issue that you'd like me to educate you on?
No, I want you to prove that black people can be racist.
I just did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Yeah, that's why Harvard overturned the case.
No, that's not proving that black people can be racist. All right, that's basically a flaw within the system there, right there, showing that
So the flaw
affirmative
was
action,
they were racist
and all it
against white
did,
people
all
and
it
Asians,
did,
and that's
all it did. So are you
illegal.
saying? So what you're saying basically is that affirmative action was a racist policy, is what you're saying, right?
That is correct. Yes.
All right. So what you're saying is that all of the black people who have been admitted to any Ivy League school or who have gotten a job since the implementation of affirmative action have not been qualified to do so?
No one would make that claim.
Okay, so how is it a racist policy? Because even the Supreme Court didn't say that it was a racist policy. And affirmative action still exists. You just can't use it in college admissions anymore. So there's that.
Boo-boo.
Don't call me boo-boo. You better watch yourself. You need to stop.
Figure out
seriously.
why
I need you to calm down.
Why do you have such a problem?
I need you to calm down. I'm gonna need you to calm down. Okay? Take it. You're here. I need you here. Calm it down. Calm it down. Calm down. Calm down now. All right, behave yourself. You need to be trained. You have to be trained. You're like one of those ones that's gonna have to be like housebroken, bro. You literally are gonna have to be housebroken.
It shows you have.
There you go. There we go.
No power in your real life.
Oh God, there we go.
Show that power.
There we go. Whew.
You can do it, boo boo.
Hey, I want to tell you something. I do. I want to tell you something. I do. Matter of fact, I'm just going to give you a moment. I'm going to give you a moment. Go ahead. Get it off. You got it. The floor is yours. Go ahead. Get it off.
Oh, I just wanted to know if you felt powerful now.
Get it off. What do you want to say?
I got it off. I was just asking if you feel powerful.
Okay. All right. Then listen to this.
I don't hate you. Right. I just hate all of the choices that you make. Because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make. Mm-hmm. That's all. So,
okay. I didn't want to do that anymore. Okay, let's see here. All right, guys, keep tapping the screen, sharing the live. I had some stuff over here on the tube that I wanted to read off, but I didn't have my glasses, so I couldn't see. I'm not even gonna kid y'all. All right, shout out to Sean for the $2 super chat. Sean says snow. All right, we know that. We know. We all know what it's about. The reporter, Gary, told us what it was all about. Also, shout out to Proud Liberal to you for the $2 super chat. They said, caller just concede. This isn't going to end well. It wasn't. I really, I can't have conversations with people who act like children. I really can't. I already have an 11-year-old. I don't like talking to grown adults, like grown children, I should say. Like, you're an adult, act like it. This guy in the request name is Brian Shapiro. Brian Shapiro. Do I have any mods here tonight? Where are the mods at? If you're a mod, drop a heart in the chat. I don't know where all the mods are. Let's see here. Also, affirmative action is still a thing, by the way, just in case anyone is wondering. Hi, Marco. Are you a Trump supporter? Marco, are you a Trump supporter? Marco, do you know that you're here?
No.
Okay, bye, Marco. Have a great night, love. Yeah, I almost didn't make it tonight. Corey, hi. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. I just wanted to ask him a question about affirmative action, how that implement Black people.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it. He wasn't going to be able to have the conversation.
So I appreciate it. You keep going. You can drop me down.
Okay, of course. Have a great day. Yeah, he wasn't going to be able to have that conversation. All right. Hi, Brian. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I don't want you to confuse me with Ben Shapiro. I'm the opposite of Ben Shapiro. And I just wanted to say you show a lot of patience dealing with these idiots. I actually do it for a living. I do a syndicated radio show, and I'm extremely anti-MAGA. I know you want to speak to MAGA people, but I just wanted to say it's very difficult to speak to morons with an IQ of 20, and many, not all, but many of these MAGA supporters are very ill-informed. They're uneducated. They're usually middle-aged white people that believe everything they see on Fox News and OAN and Newsmax. It's almost impossible.
Hold on one moment, Brian. I have to thank someone for a money gun. Hold on one moment. Your name is hilarious. Unk. I'm just going to say Unk. Thank you so much for the money gun. I had to do that. Yeah. What's up? Go ahead, Brian. Continue.
Yeah, I just wanted to say it's like maybe 1 out of 100 people you can have a legitimate conversation with about Trump. They're so good. All they care about is trans people. Yeah, they want to ban books. I mean, look at what happened in Washington, D.C. today with Kristi Noem. And it's so despicable what this administration is doing. And I'm going to say this right now. Anybody who still supports this man is an imbecile. You're an imbecile.
I agree with you.
And I'm not saying Joe Biden was perfect or Kamala Harris was perfect, but it's like night and day, man. And I'm so frustrated with where we're at as a country, as I'm sure you are as well.
Yeah, same. We literally, it's tough to have the conversations with them because, like last night, I experienced the transgender thing. I was like, it's a whole bunch of straight people talking about transgender people. Like, it's a cis people. What are we doing? Like, it was so silly. And then as soon as a transgender person was able to speak, they literally just started being extremely rude. It's like they don't actually care. Yeah. They don't. I'm sick of it. What's up?
I was just going to say that these people that are obsessed with trans people, I asked them one simple question: how are they negatively affecting you in your life? The people that talk about trans surgery and kids usually don't even have kids. It doesn't affect them. Pronouns. I asked them, how does it affect you negatively in your life? They want to talk, and they can't give me an answer.
They can't.
They care more about the trans issue than the economy, or 20 million people losing their Medicaid coverage, or millions of people losing food stamps, while the richest people in the country are getting the biggest tax breaks in history. You can't have a reasonable conversation with extremely ignorant people. They're dumb white people. 93% of Black women who are, by the way, and I'm not just saying this because you're hosting, it's a fact. Black women are some of the most educated women in the country. Donald Trump won because of white women. 54% of white women voted for Donald Trump. So I just want to make that clear.
That part, like seriously, you don't tell any lies. You tell the truth right there. I have to parent. Hold on one moment. Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Listen, I'm a white guy. I'm 45 years old. I am embarrassed that there are so many stupid white people in this country. I'm sorry. I'm just going to say it. They support white supremacy. They support hate groups. And, it's very frustrating that there are so many people out there that are ill-informed, uneducated, and they have so much hate. I don't know how you feel about this, but I always felt like Make America Great Again really meant make America white again. I mean, that's how I always
Most
felt.
definitely. We knew that from jump. Once he said it, that didn't go over our heads as Black people.
I want to ask you something else. Like when they say DEI hire, by the way, I think everybody in Trump's administration is a DEI hire.
Most
But when
definitely.
people,
But I
people on
don't
the right
actually
use the
like
term,
saying that. I know that they tried to make it into like this slur and thing like that, but I do
I
think
think
that
it's
when
the
we
N
use
word.
it, when we use it that way, it diminishes what it really, really is. So that's why I don't call people like DEI hires and stuff like that.
I understand that.
Because,
No, I
yeah.
hear you. I agree with you. I just think that's the code word for the N word for
Oh, most
people on the
definitely.
right.
Most
Yeah. So
definitely.
you agree with me on that.
Yeah.
What would you
Yeah.
say? I'm curious, as an African American woman, what would you say to Black people in this country? Listen, there's not many of them, but people that support Donald Trump. Like, what would you say to them?
What would I say to them? What
Yeah,
I
I'm
tell them
curious.
every single day is that conservatism has never served Black people in any way, shape, or form. Has always been to our detriment, and that we always vote for progress.
And they always go back to, well, the Democrats were the ones that started the Klan. And I'm thinking to myself,
Yeah.
even if
They
that's
don't
true,
know.
look at the white supremacists
But
today. They're
it's
not
not
Democrats.
necessarily. It's a thing. I have a lot of conversations about party versus ideology, and that most people need to understand the difference between the two, because they don't. They need to understand that the beliefs of the party at that time do not reflect the beliefs of the party at this time, and that they had an ideology shift around the 60s, starting in late 50s, and then kind of culminated in at the end of the I'd say the 70s.
I try to ask Republicans and MAGA supporters, what has Donald Trump accomplished in this year? Inflation is going up. The jobs reports have been the worst they've been in decades. They're literally ending lives of people on boats, and these are war crimes. We all know that. That's why they won't show the second strike. The economy is headed in the wrong direction.
Yep.
We're most likely headed towards a recession. Grocery prices have gone up, besides eggs and a few other. So for the most part, everything's headed in the wrong direction.
Exactly.
What has he accomplished besides filling the pockets of his tech billionaire friends? By the way, the war in Ukraine is still going strong. He said he would end that in a day. There's
Still
no
going
peace
on.
in the Middle East.
None.
Yeah, like what has he done besides deport a bunch of people that might not have the proper documentation, most of which are not violent criminals?
Are you
Like, what the hell
familiar?
has he
Are you
done?
familiar with the sunken cost fallacy?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
that's
am.
what it is.
Yes.
So basically, they
Yeah.
have invested so much of themselves into Donald Trump that they just can't. They can't let it go. They can't see that they were wrong. Like, actually, no, they can see that they were wrong. They can't accept it. So that's what we're dealing with right
Right.
now. A bunch of
there's somebody
delusional
very
people.
ignorant. I agree. There's somebody, I call them Trump mushroom gobblers. That's what I call them. But there's somebody very ignorant in the chat that said this is Biden's economy. The unemployment rate when Biden left was 4.1%. It's now 4.7%. When Biden left, we weren't headed towards a recession. In fact, the economy was strong. Job growth was pretty good. The GDP was at 2.7%. I mean, so people that make those statements are so dumb. Obama left Donald Trump a very good economy. Joe Biden left Donald Trump a very good economy, considering we were just coming out of COVID. These people can't spell the word fact, and every single time the orange turd says that everything's headed in the right direction and everything, A plus job, the economy, and then whenever anything goes bad, he blames Joe Biden. I mean, it's just, these people are so stupid. They believe everything this idiot says.
Yeah. I believe in September, he was saying that it was his economy. He improved the job numbers. But I believe a few months before that, maybe June or July, he was saying that it was Biden's economy. But yeah, so he does that. He can't help himself.
Right.
But yeah.
On a lighter note, real quickly before I go, and thank you. I love what you're doing. I don't know if you saw Caroline Levitt's press conference today.
A little bit of it.
You know, the last couple of months, Donald Trump's hand was blue, and it's been bruised, and it's been bandaged. And they don't release any information about his health. The excuse that Caroline Levitt gave today about his blue hand is that, well, he shakes a lot of hands. That's why. That's what she said today at the press conference.
So he has a weak handshake. They're squeezing his hand too hard.
Yeah, I guess that's what she was saying. And I laugh at it because you know the lies coming from this administration are endless. But anyway, I'll let you go. I know you want to talk to some Trumpers. Love what you're doing, and
Thank you. I
check out my
appreciate
show
you.
if you can.
I shot you a
appreciate it.
follow on
All
my
right.
backup. I don't know how to follow people on
Thank you.
Studio, but I'll do that after the live. But thank you so much for coming up. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Oh, guys,
Thank
if
you.
you're
Same
not
to you, my dear.
following Brian Shapiro, per the chat, he hosts a pretty cool podcast. So make sure you guys are following him. Do it.
Thank you, my dear.
Of course, love. Have a great day.
You too.
All right. Chapter and charm code is teacupping. Hey, Corey, welcome back.
I appreciate you having me back. I
Of
wanted
course.
to tell Brian, and I love the conversation you guys just had.
Mhm.
The sunken idea. I've analyzed Trump supporters over the last 8 years, and what I've assessed is it's a shared personality trait that they share with Trump.
What's that?
Whether it's bigotry, racism, misogyny, narcissism, I mean, whatever vile, disgusting trait that is the connection they have. That's why they feel so offended when you speak about Trump. They feel as if you're speaking about them personally. That's why they jump down your. It's like the cultish mindset is weird to a thought, because an immoral person would not, or a moral person would not share the same traits as an immoral person, you would think.
I agree with
But
you.
you've seen it through example after example. Like, I mean, every time he does something, there's always some excuse.
Yep.
And it's really an excuse they're making for themselves.
Yes.
A thought that they have, well, I wouldn't mind essaying a woman, you know? And it's really disgusting. You bear it down to it's really bad.
I think it's absolutely abhorrent. And I'm like, I think that they have to see within him something that they either see within themselves or something that they want to be. I always
Wow.
thought of it as like aspirational, like they want to be like him simply because of the fact that, you know, ever since he has been known, he's been known as a person of wealth, of status. He always gets the pretty girls. He always has the best things, so on and so forth. Everyone knows his name, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, oh, I want to be like that. All right. And so they like see themselves within him. But then also adding in the fact that, you know, a shared common personality trait, that could do it too. That could be it too. So it's really, really strange with these Trump supporters and how they just justify any and everything that he does. Because how can you get in front of thousands of people and justify him raping a woman? Like, what? Are we serious? Like, would you actually do this? Like, we were in your child's auditorium at school. Would you do this? Would you do this? Have this same conversation at the grocery store? Would you have this same conversation, you know, at work or at your dining room table? You know, like, I wonder if they think this way. Like, bruh, this is the internet. This shit is forever. All right, and y'all not hard to find, so it's just weird. I don't know. I don't get it. I understand it.
You understand that the concept of whiteness lacks any accountability. So even though the internet is forever, most white people don't understand the concept of accountability.
They don't.
It's easier to deflect to black on black crime, immigrant
There are no fathers in the
violence.
home.
I mean, whatever excuse it is to absolve them from any accountability.
Yep.
Is what they're indoctrinated into within this society.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't fault most white people, but I understand what our society has fed all of us.
I have so many
for the
thoughts on
ones
what
that
you just
haven't
said.
deprogrammed themselves, but the ones that haven't, we hear and see them every day on this earth. So we know what it is. And they don't care.
The crazy thing is, they absolutely don't care. But the crazy thing about all of this is that when it comes to white people is this thing where a lot of them seem to think that our reactions to racism is racism. And that's simply not what it is. It's like I'm so sorry. Like, how do you, all right, steal a people from their homeland, force them into hundreds of years of servitude, and not just any kind of servitude, but the perpetual kind where their children are born into it, their children's generations, all right, are born into it. And then when they finally get their freedom, all right, you create more laws, all right, to subjugate them to a life of second-class citizenship. All right, you continue to do that. And then when you finally say, okay, you know what? Everyone's going to be equal now. All right, you put additional barriers in place to prevent them from actually obtaining, all right, what we all call the American dream. So, and it's like when we respond to it, when we say, hey, white people, all right, you redlining us is wrong. We won't accept that. All right. Medical racism is wrong. When we say these things, when we talk about these things that are literally built into the systems, the structure of this country, all right, we're the racists. We're the racists. And I'm like, how are we the racists for simply responding, for telling you? Like, why do your feelings override my experience? I'll never understand it. It makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. And one last thing for me is that this system, all right, the idea of whiteness and also this system of white supremacy, all right, that has this country in a fucking chokehold, all right, literally has white folks, especially the poor ones, trapped in a class war, all the while they're so unaware of it, Corey, because they're perpetuating racism onto us. That they don't see. They literally don't see that their pockets are being picked. Also, chat, anyone on the panel, sorry if you can hear my kid. He's 11. Okay, he's 11. He's 11. But yeah.
I made this saying that poor whites are the collateral damage of white supremacy, while black people are the original targets.
Exactly. And I like to say, because my friend, my twin, she loves to say that like white people, especially the poor ones, you are too poor to be racist. Might as well join a fight with us. Because you don't have enough zeros to sit at that table.
That are the most racist.
Exactly.
So outwardly racist.
Exactly. What did Lyndon B. Johnson say?
Yeah. If you can,
if you can convince
white that he's better than the highest black man, you can pick his pocket. Matter of fact, he'll let you pick his pocket.
Let you do it. Exactly. He'll do it for you, shit. So yeah.
I mean, hey, you cooking, sister. Just keep cooking. And I mean, Maga don't have much of a place to stand on, but like I said, it doesn't matter to them.
It don't. It does not matter.
And that's the thing about this app and the debating part of it. We're debating with if we bring statistics, if we bring factual evidence, they will emotionally react, and it's the N word. It's your unintelligent. It's your ignorant. Or it's whatever he called you earlier, boo boo.
They had to lean into those microaggressions. Yeah.
Just try to get us to react.
Exactly.
And it's like, you are so beneath my intellectual level that I wouldn't give you the
give you time of day. Exactly. For what? For what? There's no point in doing so.
My lived experiences have shown me so much worse than what you're telling me on this app. There's nothing you can say to me on this app that can compare to my lived experiences of having police put guns in my face, being beaten in the backseat of cars, being born in a red-lined area, being born in a gerrymandered area, being born in an over-policed area. I mean, nothing you can say to me as a 50-year-old black man from Omaha, Nebraska will ever emotionally get me right. So, Omaha.
Bruh. Yeah, you went through it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Hey, the birthplace of Malcolm X.
Yes. I remember the first time I met a black person from Nebraska. I was like, I didn't know we lived out there.
we are. They got us out here in one little spot in a segregated part called North Omaha. And that's all it is. And it's bad. Redlining still exists in our city today.
Yes, it does. And we try to tell people, oh my gosh. You know what, Corey? I probably could talk to you for hours. All right. I probably could, but I'm going to let you go. I thank you so very much. They told me how to do a follow on the thing. I think I can do it. I don't know if I can. I be messing up stuff. No, I
Yeah,
can't.
I definitely been following you.
I'll
So
shoot you a
I
follow
keep
here.
you on my live stream and support all day. So keep
I
doing what you're
appreciate you,
doing.
love. Thank you so very much. You have a great night, Corey. Thanks for coming up.
You do.
Also, yeah, draw some hearts in the chat for Corey. But my goodness. All right, guys. Okay, we have to see what we are working with here. I might end up hitting a restart, so let's just keep doing all of the good things. All right. Hi, Trisha. How are you?
All right. How you doing?
I'm doing well, love. All right. Are you a Trump supporter?
Conversation.
And you don't sound like one. You're not a Trump supporter, are you?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay. I knew that.
No. In reference to Trump, and this is going to make you kind of tickle, is that why is it we haven't seen any kind of documentary of any kind concerning the two assassination attempts on his life? We haven't heard anything.
Oh, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about the ear. But we haven't seen anything. You're right. We haven't seen anything, but
I had nothing.
TikTok don't like that too much. Guys, tap the screen, share the live, send some penny gifts, do all of the good things. Please. Thanks.
It just reminds me of what he be talking about fake news, because he used to love the WWF, and all of that is fake. And now everything that he talks about is fake news, fake this, fake that. But when he was dealing with WWF, that was nothing but fake everything.
Exactly. Exactly. And so, yeah, I have thoughts on that one. But the last time I did that, I got 7 days. I got a 7-day ban, so I'm not gonna do that, Miss Tisha. But I'm just gonna say, I agree with you.
I want to tell you about, I forget this term, y'all were talking about white supremacy.
Yes,
they have an actual term now for the reason why white supremacy is the way that they are. And it has been analyzed to the, it has to do with the way that they're being raised. And the raising of their children and how they raise their children to think in terms of them being a superior group of people. I forget the term of it. I can't remember it. If I can remember it, I will bring it up again when I go on this live with you again. But a lot of psychologists have agreed that they have been really taught since they were children to raise to be white supremacists. And they look at a black person and they just immediately think that this person will do harm to them.
Could it be colorblind socialization where they kind of raise them not to see race, or is it like racial socialization? Conditioning?
It's conditioning to believe that a black person, that they are superior than
oh, that's just whiteness.
But they have an actual term for it.
Oh, okay. If you
have an actual term for it.
Okay, if you find it, let me know.
I don't mean to cut anybody off or disagree. I don't think it's either culture. I think it's the government. The government is brainwashing us to think, hey, let's keep diversity open. Let's keep the.
We can't be cutting off our elders, love. Give her a moment, please. Thank you. I appreciate you. Go ahead, Miss Tisha. You were saying?
The other thing is, I think that in this society, when it comes to Black people, what I don't like is when Black people tell other folks who are younger than we are that racism exists, and they say we're crazy. It doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, it does.
It does exist.
And you try to explain what racism is, and they believe that if you don't like being in the same company with other white people that you're racist. I said that's not the case when it comes to that. When it could be discriminatory, it could be prejudice, but black people cannot be racist. And they swore me down that yes, they can. I'm like, no, they cannot.
No, we can't.
No, they cannot.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of young black men and women has it twisted about racism and who is racist.
Exactly. They had that first. I think what needs to happen is that people have to have an understanding of what race and racism are. Is a lot of people unfortunately think that it's biological and it's not. It's literally a construct, and I like to call it a contract that we all unfortunately agreed to back in the mid 1400s. I believe it was 1455 or 1452 when the Portuguese. I'm so sorry. I did yawn a lot today. The Portuguese explorer and I believe it was a philosopher historian, Gomez de Serra, wrote about during going the black people that he supposedly encountered and lied about them and called them savages and said that they were unruly and unkempt and all of those lies. Yep, 1452. I got it right. Thank you, Malik. But yeah, so he lied about that, and they basically started this system based off of physical characteristics, so your phenotype, and from there we've been downhill since then.
Right.
So
right.
Yeah, and people have bought into it, unfortunately. Marie can come back. I was about to go to Lagartha, but there's that. But yeah, but Miss Tish, is it Tisha or Tisha? Tisha. All right, Miss Tisha. Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming up, love. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night.
I like that term you was talking about, that sunken person. That's the first time I heard that. So yeah, I like that terminology.
Yes, ma'am. A mutual told me about it. It's sunken cost fallacy. Take a look at it. It literally explains Trump supporters, MAGA, to a T. They can't let go, so they're in a state of delusion. Ain't that right, Trey? All right. Again, thank you so much.
No, ma'am.
Have a great night, love.
All right. Bye-bye.
Draw some hearts in the chat, y'all. Draw some hearts in the chat. All right, Trey, I'll be right with you in just a moment. Hey, Lagartha, what's up, love?
Hi.
Hi.
So today I was on DJ's live. I mean, Erica, you know me for a while. I've been on other lives. I've talked about my own race every single time, how I am a Black woman through my Afro-Turk great grandpa who was kidnapped from Nigeria. His ancestors brought to Ottoman Turks by British. So we were having convo, and then there was this guy named Bob, and he's a Trumper, and he literally said the racist thing you can ever hear.
What was that?
He literally confessed what many Trump supporters said. Oh, we are not racist. Our party is not racist. He said that you guys are going to be finally second-class people.
I'm sorry, what?
He literally openly said, Black community is second class. You guys are going to stay that way.
What are you supposed to do with that? I wouldn't give them the satisfaction of a reaction to that. Just have them grounded in facts. They can't. All they can do is go off of emotion. So I just wouldn't give them the satisfaction of even like engaging in that conversation, because there's nothing that he can do about it. Because if anything, their birth rates are declining. They're projected to be the minority by within the next 20, 25 years. So it's not true. So I would just say, basically, I wouldn't even worry about it.
I mean, like, literally, some Trump supporters say, oh, we are not racist, but then
they say that stuff. Yeah, they are racist.
Yeah, they tell them all the time that, oh, we're not racist. Yeah. We love everybody. We love diversity. And then turn around, a couple of their Trump supporters say the truth to my face. Oh, 2 days ago on a live, one of them told me on a chat, oh, you're going to go back to plantation. He literally said to me, you're going to go back to plantation.
Yeah. Wow.
Are you kidding me? Like, am I supposed to say you're not racist? What am I supposed to do there? Like,
tell him
give you
he'll
a
be
pat on
working
your
beside
shoulder?
you. He's likely too poor. He's poor. He's poor. I'm so sorry, Lagartha. I do not let these racist people get to me. And the reason why I don't is because if they actually had anything worth having in life, they literally would not be on TikTok, being racist, like trying to get their rocks off being racist. All right, make fun of them. They want to say stuff like that. Do the jokes. Lean into the jokes. They're poor. Ask to see their kitchen. Ask to see their bathroom. Do that. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Eric. I just need to let that out. I really needed to talk to you about it because I really like talking to you. Always, help me out, and I really appreciate. So I really need to tell you what's happened.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.
I understand, but don't let these people bother your mental. I know it's easier said than done, but don't let them bother your mental because that's what they're doing. They want to get a rise out of you, is what they want to do. Lean into the jokes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Thanks
Lean
so
into
much.
the jokes. All right.
I guess you're
Also,
looking for
it's a good stress
upgrade.
reliever.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love how Kiana does it though. Like I can
Lean
never
into
be
that shit. Lean into it.
Kiana,
Seriously.
I have to learn skills from Kiana. I'm not joking. She's
Pay
great.
attention.
She's awesome. Like that's why I next to her, I'm like a student.
Yeah. Take notes.
Yeah, I need to start taking notes.
Yeah. Awesome. But thank you for coming up, Lagartha. You have a great night, love. Appreciate you.
I love you.
All right, love you more. Bye. All right, guys, draw some hearts in the chat for Lagartha, y'all. Draw some hearts in the chat. All righty. It looks like I have 2 Trump supporters, so let's do a thing here. All right. Hold on one moment while I parent. Okie dokie. All righty then. Hey, guys, it's over 400 of us up in here. Let's keep tapping that screen. So let's tap the screen. Let's get this up to 200,000 likes. Also, y'all, let's go ahead and knock out these, what are these? The boxing gloves. Let's go ahead and knock those out. I really can't tell what's going on because this thing don't want to work. Let me try this here. Also, let's make sure that we're sharing and reposting the live. Make sure we're sharing and reposting. And guys, if you'd like to support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. Also, if you're over on the tube, the best way to support the live is via a super chat. All right. With that being said, everything is accepted and most definitely appreciated. I can't do this without you. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get this party started. All right, Trey, welcome. How are you, sir?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. You're still supporting Donald Trump? Why?
I mean, my stocks are going up, so
what stats are going up?
No difference. My stocks, but I really have a question for you.
What stacks? You said stacks or stocks?
Stocks.
Stocks?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. You said stocks. Okay. All right. Your stocks are going up, but everything around you is burning. But as long as you got some money in your pocket.
I mean, everything around me isn't burning.
You sure about that?
Money is pretty important. What do you think is burning?
How do you get your health insurance, Trey?
I pay for it.
All right. You get it through your job?
Yes.
You get it through your job. Okay. All right. Do you know that 20 million people are on the verge of losing their health insurance come January 1st?
That's temporary.
How is it temporary? Why is it temporary?
Because that's just in the moment. That's not forever.
What do you mean?
We're projected to do better, but for right now, some people may lose their health insurance. But that's projections. That's not even
what? Dude, the ACA subsidies expire December 31st, bro. All right. Do you know what happened today in the Senate?
Listen, at the end of the day, if you pay for your health insurance, you won't be at risk of losing anything.
If you pay for your health insurance, you won't be at risk of losing anything. Is that what you just said?
Right. So who's at risk? Who's at risk?
People. Okay. So here's what's at risk, just so that you can understand. Okay. All right. The ACA subsidies that are currently in place, all right, allow people to get insurance via the marketplace. All right. And it allows them to get it at an affordable rate. Without those subsidies, people can see their premiums go up by upwards of 130%. All right. So like if you're paying $600, if you're paying $600 a month now, all right, you could be paying over $1,400 a month. That's a lot of money.
That's not how that works.
It literally is how that works.
That's only a 30% increase.
That's not a 30% increase. What are you talking about? What's 600 plus 600?
That's not how that works. 100% of 600.
What's 600 plus 600?
Bro, let's get off this topic.
No, son. Let's do some math. Let's do some math.
Let's get off this topic.
Let's do some math. This is only 30%. Let's do some math.
I feel like this not even.
What's 600 plus 600? Because wouldn't that be 100% increase?
This is
Trey, bruh.
At the end of the day, if you pay it, you're going to have health insurance. What's the point?
Trey, what was that? What was that, bro?
Bro, 130% is 30%. I'm not finna break down basic.
130% isn't 30%, dude. All right? It means that it is. What are we doing?
Because if you do 100%, that means the price is still $600. Then you got the extra 30% to add. 30% of 600 is probably like a $100, like $200. That means if you have a $600 subscription,
where you go to school at, bro?
You finna pay like $800. But if you pay that bread, it ain't nothing to talk about. Just pay that bread, bro. And at the end of the day, bro, after you pay that bread, get your health insurance. Like I'm not finna. Like, we know what's going on, bro. I'm not finna keep playing these games, bro. I got health insurance. My health insurance.
So should we say that their health insurance is basically going to double? The monthly amount is just going to double then?
Nah, it's just going to go up by 30%.
It's not going to go up by 30%, bro. Because it's going to go up by double plus another 30%. So instead of being $600 a month, they'll be looking at about $14.
That would be 200%.
So 230%?
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense. Anywho, moving on. I want to ask B
so
what
let me ask you a
it.
question.
Why do you want to ask me a question? You know I don't like answering questions.
Because y'all always want to bring up the worst thing. So tell me, what do you think about the stock market going up?
The stock market is volatile. The stock market goes up and down. Didn't the S&P about a week or two? Excuse me. Didn't the S&P about a week or two ago suffer a loss, and then it basically rebounded? So the stock market isn't something that we would want to necessarily base the economy on. It is one of the factors, but it's not the sole factor.
But it's an indicator of where we're going, or how.
Is it really?
It is.
Well, if it's an indicator of where we're going this year, then we're not heading in a good direction. Would you say so? Because it's been pretty up and down, right?
I mean, it's been up recently.
It's been up recently. Where was it before that? And then where was it before that? And then where was it in April? Like I don't think the stock market is the argument. I don't think that's the hill that you want to die on. All right.
Well, I do, because truthfully and honestly, I see Trump making the right moves in tech to make our economy grow. And I see him unregulating AI. I believe AI is about to, free up our government or free up our workforce.
It's about to free up our workforce. Can you explain what you mean by that?
People are going to be able to do more work with less time, right? So we're going to be able to generate more profit and create new jobs.
Y'all are
these types of bills being passed is the reason why my bread is up, and y'all still talking about health insurance. Y'all need to put some money into stocks and get y'all bread up.
Oh, wow. You're serious. All right. Do you know that approximately have lost their jobs this year alone to AI? That's definitely freeing up the workspace, huh?
No, that's people that's switching jobs.
That's not people switching jobs. Literally, Challenger, Gray, and Christmas, which is one of the leading recruitment and they track jobs in the United States of America, is what they do. They actually reported that about 55,000, the exact number is 54,694 jobs have been cut in the United States. All right, up to November due
So
to
are you
AI.
are you trying to say that you think that
AI
is gonna make less jobs?
Yeah. AI isn't creating jobs. AI is taking jobs away. It's automation. It's literally what it's for. All right. So if we, because I'm not sure how you are just basing everything off of the stock market though, because you also want to look at, is the economy actually growing? And the
It
economy is actually
is.
slowing down. No, it's not. What proof do you have that it's growing?
The market going up.
Okay, Trey, I don't know any other way to tell you this, young man. All right. You don't just want to look at the stock market. Okay. You want to look at the unemployment rate. All right. We're losing jobs hand over fist. Already this year, since Trump has taken office through the end of November, all right, it is estimated that we have lost 1.2 million jobs thus far. 1.2 million people lost their jobs this year. Okay. So that's not okay. All right. Economists also are reporting that we're actually in the stage of slower economic growth, is what we have. We also see that inflation is going up, Trey. We know that for a
But
fact, don't we?
okay, we understand this, and I understand what you're saying, but things
Okay.
take time though. Why are we acting like this has to happen overnight?
No one is asking for it to happen overnight, but all signs are pointed towards stagflation. And if not stagflation, then definitely a recession. All right,
That's
so
gonna happen every once in a while, anyways, though.
it's gonna happen every once in a while. Oh, so we gotta endure some pain. That's what we gotta do. A little bit of short-term pain. Tell that to the person that can't feed their kids. Tell that to them. All right. Tell that to the person that's been looking for a job for the past 5 months. That's submitted like thousands of resumes. Do you know that the first time, like since the pandemic, we actually have more unemployed people in the United States of America than we have available jobs? Did you know that?
But some like this has to happen so that we could get to a better spot. It's
Absolutely not. No. Joe Biden literally handed Donald Trump a good economy. He was like, here, take this. The market is doing great. Inflation's where the Fed wants it to be. Unemployment is good. Like, hey, we're good. All right. The economy is growing. Trump comes in and turns everything upside down, as he usually does. Like, outside of the market, Trey, tell us something good that Donald Trump has done that benefits American citizens.
I feel like me personally, I'm strictly about the bread. So it's like at the end of the day, I see my stocks going up. So it's like we clearly know what's going on. Not only that, but I feel like he's making the right moves. He's teaming up with the right people so that we can continue growing. I don't believe that, like, I understand that we're going through some issues right now. I can concede that it's not the best, but it's like, bruh, we can't live a perfect life. Like, I don't get what we're supposed to be like.
But you're not making absolutely any sense though. All right, because you're basing it all on this one thing. What if your stocks crash tomorrow? Then what?
Then I'm gonna take my L and I'm gonna buy more.
I'm gonna take my L and I'm gonna buy more. All right, just say you have a gambling addiction, dude, and call it a day. Hold on one moment. I need to do a mod announcement. Okay, guys, chat, it's 481 people here and over 60 people watching on the YouTube. All right, I'm gonna need you all to lock in. We need to be doing like all of the good things. Okay, all right. I just want to let you know these conversations aren't easy and Black women labor ain't free. Okay, so with that being said, I need you all to continue to tap the screen. Let's get this up to 200,000 likes. Okay, thank you very, very much. I appreciate you all. Tap, tap, tap the screen, y'all. Also, we've been working on these boxing gloves for quite a while. Let's go ahead and knock out these boxing gloves. We have 75 of those to go, so let's knock those out. Also, guys, what we want to do is we want to make sure that we are sharing and reposting the live. Let's keep doing that, doing all of these things. And also, if you haven't sent your daily heart me, go ahead and make sure that you're doing so, because all of these things help shows TikTok that you want to be here. Also, over on the tube, make sure that we are liking the stream, commenting, doing all of the good things, sharing, reposting. All right. And guys, if you do want to support the live, links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica 9 at gmail.com. Thank you so very much. Who is that? Lady Garza? Oh, Lady Gaia. Thank you so much for the budding hearts. I appreciate you, love. Now, with that being said, guys, again, links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. All right. Buy me a coffee. I don't know. Pay for my therapy. Something. Thank you for the fest gear. All right. And also, if you're over on the tube, best way to support the live is via a super chat. Thank you all so very much for the encouragement and the support, because without you, I can't do this. And with that being said, everything is accepted and definitely appreciated. Thank you all so very much. If he's making you angry, start a kick pool. Start a kick pool if he's making you angry. But for now, I'm talking to Trey, and we're going to be talking to Be Real in just a moment. All right. So Trey, listen. All right. You keep putting money into the stock market. All right. All right. You're not guaranteed to have a return on your investment. You could literally lose it all. It has happened before to people. All right. All right. You for some reason think that the money that you have is infinite and that you'll continue to have it. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but to base your entire support on Donald Trump on the stock market just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You're setting yourself up to fail.
But it's not only that, though.
What is it?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying he is continually funding technology and finance companies that is contributing to the economy. He's aligning with what I would do. So I'm saying the reason my stocks is going up because he's making the right moves.
Okay, your stocks will your stocks will continue to go up. All right. But what about the people around you when they don't have a job? Because they'll be like the 55,000 people thus far who lost their jobs this year to AI, and they don't have a job.
Can we take into context what jobs those are? Because at the end of the day, there are some jobs that can't be automated. Why don't we have? Why are
obviously
we
there are jobs that could be automated, because 55,000 people thus far have lost them. 14,000 of those being people in the corporate office of Amazon. So there's that.
Exactly, but those are corporate offices. That's what I'm saying. Like, what jobs are we losing?
I'm not talking about C-suites. I'm talking about corporate jobs. So they could be directors. They could be lower level employees who maybe answered the phone. All right. When we say corporate, we don't mean people who are like making hundreds of thousands of dollars. All right. It literally could be people who customer service representatives. It could be team leads. It could be managers, directors. Like literally, a job is literally a job. And thus far, 55,000 people have lost theirs due to AI.
But I'm saying, yes, some of those jobs can be automated. Like a customer service representative can be automated. You
customer
are
service
at risk
cannot
of
be
losing
automated.
your job.
You think customer service can be automated, but no, it cannot.
If it's online, it can.
When you go into Amazon, a chatbot, but you will need to speak to a person. So what are you saying? Like, what jobs can be automated?
I'm saying if we lost 55K jobs, right?
Mm-hmm. Not if, we have.
And it's due to AI. That is what was going to come from the advancement of technology. That has nothing to do with Trump. As technology advanced, those jobs were going to go anyway. But what I'm saying is that those jobs aren't just gone into oblivion. New jobs will be created.
What new jobs will be created? Are they going to have 55 people manning one machine, one computer? What are they going to do? That's not how it works. They literally, for a data center.
That's what we have to see. That's what we have to wait and see.
But Trey, for a data center, all right, to operate a data center, they may have 50 people working at the data center, if that. And that includes security. All right.
Okay, but so why are we so
low? Those 50 people are just the remnants of the 1,000 that lost their jobs prior to AI being implemented. And who's pushing for AI?
Okay, but look. So what's wrong? Why are we at a shortage for electricians and plumbers and all of these type of jobs? Like, what's wrong with these jobs? Why is everybody acting like
Why are
everything
we
could
at a
be
shortage for
automated?
doctors and nurses? But Donald Trump is actually removing nurses from the graduate program. Said they're no longer
Because how
considered a
can all of this
professional
be
degree.
funded? How
Donald
can all of
Trump
this
is
be funded?
also cutting the amount of loans, federal loans that doctors and lawyers, people pursuing professional degrees can actually obtain.
I'm saying
Maybe it can
to
come
me,
from the 10 years. That's where it can
he
come
not
from.
no. See, you're under the spell.
I'm sorry, what?
You're under the spell.
What spell?
That Trump is just for billionaires spell. Like that's clearly a propaganda. It's
That's
like
not
I hate
propaganda. What has
like that
Donald Trump done
propaganda is
for
so
the
crazy.
average American?
Bro, I'm up 20 bands.
Trey, how many Americans invest in the stock market?
Everyone I know does.
Outside of their 401k, how many Americans invest in the stock market?
Everyone I know does. Now I can't speak for everybody, but I'm saying me.
You're not
personally,
indicative, and that's why you just said that you can't speak for everyone, because you know that your experience is not indicative of everyone's. So I'm going to ask you again, all right? Because what you have to be able to do, Trey, if you're going to have these types of conversations, is you're going to have to be able to substantiate your claims, all right, with facts, all right? And not every American is investing in the stock market. Not even the majority outside of their 401k is investing in the stock market. We'll look it up.
Okay. Okay. Well, the craziest part about it is like people don't even talk about how AI is freeing up access to education and allowing people to build their own companies and build their own ways of making profit.
Yeah. So approximately 43% of Americans. All right. So that means that what is that number? 57%. So the majority of Americans do not invest in the stock market outside of their 401k. So there's that. So that means the majority of Americans are not reaping the benefits in which you are here, espousing about.
So let's do this. Why don't you do a poll on here and let's get a real number about how many percent got some in stocks. I bet you at least 60% of people in this chat got a stock the way they talking. You feel me? Because I'm about to money spread on this live.
You about to do what? Shit. Why are you paying attention to the chat?
I don't even want to get in. I don't even want to get into it.
Are you about to crash out?
I ain't finna crash, bro.
You about to crash?
I ain't finna crash. I'm good.
You sure?
I'm speaking straight facts. I don't got no reason to crash.
Okay.
But at the same time, you should still do a poll and get a real number.
You really want to do a poll?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We'll do a poll. All right. Let me set up a poll over here on the YouTube.
You boy gonna get to capping too. Don't get to lying on you.
No, this is gonna be outside of the no, nope. 401k does not count. 401 doesn't count because that's retirement money. That's literally retirement money. My question was, what percentage of excuse me, sir, what percentage of Americans invest in the stock market outside of their 401k? That's literally what I asked. All right. And the answer is 43%. So that means the majority at 57% do not. So that's what we're about to ask. I'm going to be asking YouTube first. So let me set it up over there. Thank you very much. Play the whole music for me.
Crazy.
It's not crazy.
That's crazy.
Oh wait, wrong keyboard. One moment. Let's see. Do you? I can't type that. 401k. Boom. All right, we have it over there. All right, so YouTube, you get to answer the question now. All right, YouTube answer the question. Do you invest in the stock market outside of your 401k? TikTok, all right. TikTok, drop a smiley face. All right, tap the smiley face once the poll starts. If you do invest in the stock market outside of your 401k, tap the sad face if you don't. Happy face if you do invest outside of your 401k. Sad face if you don't. All right. The poll is starting now. There we go. Let's see what everyone says. All right. We'll have to see what they say. You said at least 60% in here. We'll see what happens.
This shit biased, bro. I ain't even finna.
Is it? We literally just went over actual survey though. All right. So there's that.
I ain't gonna get into it, bro. They all hitting smart. They all hit like, bro.
They all
like, I ain't gonna lie, these numbers are skewed. Like, it's the same way that they be trying to steal elections. It's the same shit in this live, bro. Y'all finna steal this shit because everybody lying on this motherfucker, bro. For real though.
Okay. All right. We have 20 seconds left on our poll, guys. 20 seconds left on the poll. All right. All right. There we go. See what happens. See what happens. Hey, and also, guys, if you are not following my backup, you see her at the bottom of the screen. Make sure you're following the backup. All right. And if you look at the top of your screen and you see my name and it says follow, I want you to go ahead and click follow. That's what I want you guys to do. I want you to click follow and make sure you're sending your daily heart me. All right. Okay. Yeah, 74 people. 74 voted no, they don't. 16 voted yes, they do. What is the majority, Trey? Of those that participated in the survey, what is the majority?
That shit rigged. I'm not worried about that.
You said it's rigged?
That shit rigged.
God. Okay, sure. Would it be rigged if it was in your favor?
No, it would just be the truth.
Okay. That's not how rigging works. Okay. That's not how rigging works. Just want to let you know that. Okay. Okay. Anywho,
you invest in the stock market, don't you?
Just a little bit.
So
ask me if I know what I'm doing. I don't. That's what Robinhood is for.
I bet them stocks up right now. Though.
Yeah, you have to ask me. Do I check it? Okay. All right. Anywho, Be Real, are you still with us?
This shit real, bro.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hi. All right. And you're a Trump supporter?
Kind of. I'm like, mostly a little bit.
A little bit? Okay.
A little bit.
What that mean? What that mean?
So pretty much I'm okay with him like kicking out the tethers.
The tethers? Don't use that language over here.
Okay, so immigrants?
All right, you need to chill. No, you don't know what a tether is, do you?
Yes, I do.
Okay, tell us what it is, because you're using words I think that you don't know the meaning of.
So tethers are people who have come before the Civil Rights Act and the Affirmative Action Act, and also before your license plates were created and before the Social Security card was created, because that was all in 1900s.
Nigga, what?
Ma'am, what is your definition of a tether?
Help me! Help me! Nigga!
What? What the hell are we doing here? My God, today. Yeah, no. Okay, so I'm not even gonna go into what I think that word means, because no, but we know that you're wrong. I just want to let you know that. All right, and stop using that word because you
really we do need immigrants in a certain amount. So pretty much he's trying to balance it out.
Hold on one moment. What? Say that again. I'm so sorry. What was that?
So I'm saying that he's trying to balance out actually the immigrants that he actually is kicking out instead of actually just actually just giving them actual paperwork.
That makes absolutely no sense what you just said. You know that, right?
So instead of a bunch of people just running through, he's actually forcing them to pay the actual.
I'm sorry. I just want you to, I don't know. You got to say something smart. I don't know what you just said. I'm so sorry. Say it again, please. I'm trying hard.
My apologies. It's late, and then it's been a long night with the whole conversation. Really, I've been here for a minute.
No, you've been here for a minute. I appreciate your patience. Trey was a lot, wasn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, Trey was a lot. Yeah. So
he was.
Yeah.
But
so go ahead, try that again.
All right. So pretty much, if he is trying, you're saying that he's going to have thousands more of an Asian community come over here for the specific fields that we do not have, even though majority of people who are actually coming out and actually saying this on the news are coming out with their bachelor's degrees and coming out with their PhDs, but are not being hired for the same jobs that you're pulling in out of other people. Now you're both been doing that, Democrat or Republican.
I don't recall saying any of that stuff that you just said. Like, what? Huh? No, I didn't say any of that. What I did say was that people with H-1B visas are being brought into the United States to work specialized jobs. All right. Not just in tech, but also in healthcare. And so in the medical field. All right. It's not jobs that we don't have. We don't have the talent to fill those jobs. So there's that. Okay, so there's that. All right, what that means is that we have people who are getting their degrees. We have that part, but they don't have the experience to do the specialized jobs. All right, we have people, all right, who have certifications, but again, or they have the experience, but they don't have the necessary certifications. It all depends on what the company is looking for. All right. But when it comes to pay, which was your initial premise here, that they affect the pay rate in a negative way, that's not true. All right. H-1B visa recipients, those holders, they are actually paid, if not at a rate of what the U.S. worker is paid, then they are paid more. They make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. Oh, yeah. What other parts of immigration is it that you don't like?
I'm just confused on how you're telling me that getting people from elsewhere is better than getting people from where you at, your own local area.
To move this forward, then how about this? How about Donald Trump as a president? All right, because we know he doesn't make laws, but he can advocate for laws. How about Donald Trump actually pushes some type of policy that would improve STEM, that would get children more involved instead of wanting to dismantle the Department of Education and cut funding for it? All right, why not go ahead and let's see about maybe putting funding into, science, tech, engineering, and math programs, and also even into the arts. Like, let's do that. So STEAM, let's do that. But he's cutting funding. He's doing the opposite. All right. So until we actually get children who want to be a part of these specialized professions, then we're going to continue to have those shortages. And with those shortages, we're going to have to basically bring in that talent because someone has to do the job. No? Yes, no, maybe so.
Sorry, I'm just taking in what you're saying, basically. I'm taking in what you're saying.
Okay, while you're taking it in, give me one moment. All right. Shout out to, let me make sure I can say your name. Shout out to Kyra for the $5. Thank you so much, Kyra. Kyra said, as a 25-year-old Black woman, Trey is the reason why I chose to be single. Goddamn. Kyra said, the options are terrible. care about themselves and bread. No, thank you. Kyra said what the fuck she said. Drop some hearts in the chat for Kyra. Kyra says she'd rather not. She'd rather not. I need to see hearts in the chat for Kyra. Like, seriously, drop all the hearts in the chat for Kyra, y'all. That was fucking hilarious. Kyra, I get it, love. I get it. Also, shout out to Phil for the $5. Phil sent okay. This was in regards to our conversation about the stock market and 401ks. Phil said only 54% of Americans have a 401k. The top 10 S&P 500 stocks own 40% of it. This is some knowledge for y'all. Drop some hearts in the chat for Phil, guys. He also said the top 10% of Americans own 87% of corporate equities and mutual funds. So basically, the really, really rich people own the stock market and they get to manipulate it. All right. So trading is not an everyday American thing because financial literacy is not taught nor encouraged. Yes, that is very true. That is true. Donald Trump also cut a financial literacy program for children too. So there's that. Okay. Also, Phil sent another $2 super chat saying HB1 visas. I've been saying it wrong because I'm thinking about another one. HB1 visas were $2,000 to $5,000 before Trump. The reason they are brought in is because of lack of homegrown talent, as we mentioned. Further, the incurred cost of them is not something a company would pay because it eats into profit unless they receive the benefit over a U.S. citizen. That is very, very true. All right. But the thing is that they are paid at a comparable rate, if not more. Also, Donald Trump has increased. It is H-1B, right? I thought so, Malik. I be losing it. Y'all really be having me tripping and second guessing myself, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It is H-1B. Also, Phil sent another one. Phil sent a $2 Venmo and said, ask if he knows the literacy rate in the U.S. That's going to be fun. I'll ask him that, Phil. Guys, drop some hearts in the chat for Phil. Drop some hearts in the chat for Phil. If you'd like to support the live, links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. Everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. All right. Spagooter. All right. Your mom should have swallowed. Get in the box. You have a lot to say in the chat. All right. You don't get to be a comment warrior. Get in the box. It's not your safe space. The fuck is you doing? You don't get to just chat there. You get to come up in the box though and have a conversation. Just learn you can yap from outside of the club. All right. So do you have a response in regards to what was said? Not everything that I just read there, but what I was saying beforehand. You have a response for that?
I don't know the literacy rate. And then on the other part of you saying, so we finally know that it's H-1B. So I've got that cleared up. Again, it just sounds like they're not giving the majority sound like it's more you having to actually give the kids chances, really. You're not trying to give chances. You're still trying to go out for actual talent, as you say, instead of actually having to take a chance because someone has to actually take a chance to where you actually can get there. You don't just, I come all the way out of a PhD, never did an internship, and that person's did something all the way over from another country, and then you bring and actually having, just because we have internet now, to bring the actual person over here and take up a specific spot that could have easily been helped or tutored or even mentored. So it's still
why
not
support
actually
the president that's cutting education then? Why do that? Why support the president that's cutting education?
You got to reset to actually make it straight away direct. Because a lot of money was not going directly towards a lot of funding was not going towards where it's supposed to. We've seen that even with Elon Musk's situation.
I need you to substantiate that claim. Hey guys, after this guest, I think I'm gonna hit a restart since we got that visibility warning. And yeah. So let's knock out we only have 5 of them to go. Let's knock out a bubbly time with Patrick and SpongeBob. All right, let's keep tapping the screen, sharing and reposting, doing all of the good things. But yeah, we're going to end up hitting a restart most likely. But go on. I'm listening to you.
Sorry, I was just reading. They're saying I need a restart.
You might need a nap. It's possible. You might need a nap.
No,
you need a
but
nap?
Soon, right after this. That's why I was trying to hold up to at least give my opinion, then actually let you live and land the plane, do your thing, basically. But like I was saying before, I mean, pretty much it would make sense to actually asking more for a mentorship study than it actually is really going direct. And then it actually going, because I did not believe that the actual money was fully coming from actual taxpayers to the actual schools to actually be paid as much as it is in most Black schools I've seen actually closing.
What proof do you have to substantiate your claim? Because you're saying that the money wasn't going where it was supposed to go. All right. So what proof do you have?
So we've been see. Oh well, only I don't have the proof right now. I'll be honest with you. I don't have the proof to come up to you right now on the
do
podcast.
have it,
I'll
you
have to
definitely can come back.
Okay.
Yeah, when you do have it, you definitely can come back. But with that being said, the literacy rate in the United States is at about like between 70 to 80%. But with that being said, 54% of those people, all right, read at a 6th grade level. And when we say read at a 6th grade level, we literally mean like comprehension skills. Not good. Not good at all. All right. And so that's a problem that we do have in this country, is that a lot of people do not know how to disseminate information. They take things at face value. They don't think critically. They don't do research. It's really, really bad here in the States. I mean, that's literally how we ended up with Donald Trump. All right. It's because literally to support Donald Trump, you have to be, in my opinion, one of two things. You either have to lack critical thinking skills, or you're just a deplorable human being. And that's my opinion on it. Anywho, can we get one more bubbly thingy? Thank you. As soon as I said it, thank you so very much, Selena. All right, awesome, guys. Let's do this. I posted a video today. Deplorable will go along with races, Chris. So I posted a video today, guys. It is on my page. It's over 400 people in here. All right, let's all come back here and do all of the good things so that we can have these conversations. All right, so that we can have these conversations. Be real. I'm going to go ahead and let you down, love, but I definitely would say once you have that information, you're always welcome to come back. Okay.
All
right, love. Have a great night.
You too. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. All right. Follow the backup. Follow me. Make sure you follow me. Follow. All right. We're going to hit a restart. Give it about 2 minutes. 2 minutes. What should we do with the video on my page? Oh my God, James. Sure. What you should do is you should like it. You should like the video, leave a comment. All right. Repost it, share it, like do all those things. Post it to your story. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and pin it. I'm going to pin it to make it the one. So, and I don't even like pinning videos. I think if you know me, you know that I don't like pinning them, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm going to have to unpin one. Move. There we go. Which one? I'll unpin this one. Doop-a-doop-a-doop, boop boop ba-da-ba boop ba. Skip-a-leap. That's my hold music, guys. All right, that's my hold music. Okay. Let me pin it. Ooh. Y'all remember Kevin Hart's person, his driver that like had to do the things and he would like take forever to like turn the car on. He had to check his seatbelt and like he had to make sure the mirrors and everything were good. That guy, I can't remember his name. But that guy, that's who I am. My joints are old. My joints are so old, guys. Anywho, guys, come right back, okay? Come right back. We're going to hit a restart, all right? And so we can have these conversations with these Trump supporters, guys. All right, so go check out my latest video. Remember to like, comment, and share. Do all of the good things, and then come right back here, guys. I'm going to eat a slice of pizza and hope for the best. All right, guys, BRB, BRB. Thank you. Your mother's a baby. I'm not a baby. I read that wrong, Horace. I'm sorry. I'll be ready to go. I'll be ready to go. Sorry, Horace. Love
LA, yes. Jewel 74, Wyatt for
have conversations. Oh, guess what, guys? I didn't ask you to do this today. How about we drop our favorite hashtags in the chat? There we go. Let's drop our favorite hashtags in the chat. YouTube's not broken. I just forgot to present it. I'm sorry, guys. It is a one-lady band over here. A one-lady band. But yeah, drop your favorite hashtags in the chat and let's see what happens. But thank you, Golem. Do all the good things, guys. Hi, Rain. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hell yeah.
Are you really a Trump supporter?
Yeah. Why y'all Negroes always vote Democrat when you know the KKK, the Triple K, you know what I'm saying, were founded by the Democrats in 1872, which that's my birthday. But
when's your birthday?
June 22nd, 1872.
You was born in 1872?
Yeah.
We don't use ableism here, so no ableism in the chat, y'all. Thank you. Keep it cute now. Keep it cute. Get creative. Say he has like a smooth brain or something, or he got a pebble clacking around. I don't know. Just we don't use the S word. Thank you. Appreciate y'all. Wait, did you mean you were born in 1972, sir, or do you really mean you were born in 1872? Are you a wizard?
Yeah, I was born. Yeah, I was born in 1872 because in fact is I was the first person that was appointed to the Republican Party by Ulysses S. Grant. Yeah. I've been drinking my water.
Definitely not minding your business, though. I know that much. Hi, Silver Tiger. Are you a Trump supporter?
Hello. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
No worries. Are you a Trump supporter?
Go ahead. Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. And how old are you for TikTok purposes?
I'm 51. I'm in California.
Okay. All right. I'm going to place you on mute for just a moment. I'll finish up with Rain. Okay. Rain? Yes. I want you to go drink some water now and go take a nap, okay?
Erica, what? Before you kick me out.
What?
Hell no, I ain't no damn
I knew it.
But I'm
I knew you weren't.
Hell no, ain't no thing. Everybody know me on this app except for you. Hey.
I don't know anybody. What are you talking about it?
Hey. I know you. When you came on this app, I was following when you first came on or whatever.
Really?
Like, I'm just messing with you.
Okay.
I'm just messing with your sister. Like,
I know you were. I was like, ain't no way in hell. First of all, I want to let you know something. They don't say Negroes. They say the blacks. They don't say Negroes. They say the blacks.
So, and you know, if I didn't come on your live talking about that 1350,
oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
Yeah, don't do that. Yeah. I got to braid stuff. I got to fix it. There we go. All right. Well, Rain, thank you so much for coming up, love. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. Keep drinking your water and minding your business, okay?
Already.
Bye. Draw some hearts in the chat for Rain, y'all. Draw some hearts in the chat. All right. Okay. So, Silver, all right. You are a Trump supporter. Okay. So, you still support Donald Trump? I'll send you a request to unmute. There we go. I sent you a request to unmute, Silver. All right. If
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Okay. All right. So you said that, I'm sorry, I asked you a question. You still support Donald Trump? I think your signal might be bad. You might have bad connection. See if you can get that together and then we'll go from there. I'll just, because you're muted again, but if you can get your signal together, then we can have the conversation. Guys, keep tapping the screen. Let's get it back up to 100,000 likes, y'all. Let's go ahead and do that. We want to make sure that we get the crowd back in here so that we can have these conversations. And again, just keep dropping your favorite hashtags. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, where the night takes us. Okay. Hi, Darren. Are you a Trump supporter?
No.
Okay, love. All right. Just looking for Trump supporters, but thank you so much for being here. You have a great night.
You too.
Thanks. All right. Trump supporters only request up, guys. Trump supporters only request up. Okay. All All right. If you're not a Trump supporter, do not request up. I'm not taking any friendlies. Kind of got away from me in the first live. Not going to get away from you this time. Okay. All right. Only request up if you are, in fact, a Trump supporter. All right. Only those get in the box. All right. If you are a friendly, I want you to take a look at the bottom of your screen. It's two people that look like they're hugging each other or standing next to each other. Whichever way your imagination wants to take you. All right. If that is grayed out and you know that you're not a Trump supporter, go ahead and cancel that request. If you are a Trump supporter, though, and it's not grayed out, it's showing as blue and pink, I'm going to need you to press it until it's gray. All right. Get in the box and let's have a conversation, because Trump supporters are showing me that they're literally afraid. Sir, with that name, do you really think that you'll get to come on my panel? I need you to be so fucking for real. Like, these people are not real human beings. I want them to be so honest with themselves. All right. Just be so friggin' honest. Anywho, guys, any friggin' who. With that being said, all right, if you are a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. And yeah, let's see here. Okay. Hi, Kyler. Are you a Trump supporter?
Oh, sorry. No, I'm not. I love what you do. Sorry, I didn't mean to request. That's my bad.
No worries, love. Have a great night.
Take care. Yep, you too. Bye.
All right, guys, keep tapping that screen. Be like Kyler. Tap the screen. All right. Keep sharing the lives. Keep doing all of the good things. All of the good things. And I think it's going to be time that we go into some news then. Since Trump supporters are scared, let's go into some news. All right, we all know about Jasmine Crockett. She submitted her run, her name, she put her name in a hat to run against John Cronin for the Senate race out there in Texas. She did that, which is pretty awesome. And of course, she has to do the primary and face off against James Tallarico, who is a House rep for the state of Texas. All right. I think that Jasmine has some pretty good odds of actually winning. So that's pretty wonderful. I'm going to take this hat off. One moment, y'all. Jeez Louise. There we go. Do. Thank you for the fest gear. All right, if you're dropping stats in my chat, how about you come up? But you don't just get to drop information in the chat. I think that's weird. All right. You just learned the lesson of the year. You get to yacht from outside of the club, VHSA, whatever that means. All right. I don't know what it means, but you get to yacht from outside of the club. I'll be dropping those stats in my chat without a source. That's wicked work. That's absolutely wicked. Anywho, I was talking about Jasmine because I like her. All right. I think that it's hilarious that people are being so hypercritical of her already, holding her to this unattainable standard that they wouldn't hold anyone else to. And I can only think of one reason as to why they would do such a thing. I'm going to let you all guess on that one. Chickpea, are you a Trump supporter?
Absolutely.
Okay. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
47.
47. Okay. All right. So you're a Trump supporter. All right. Why do you still support Donald Trump?
I think he's evening the playing field here.
What do you mean by that?
Within the middle class, because the middle class is fractured. So, I would probably agree with you if you have something to say about the 1% and how, they're playing the, poor and disadvantaged and stuff like that. I think that's all argumentative. At the end of the day, I would not probably disagree with you on that. But I think to some extent, a lot of the stereotypes that we've had to deal with as BLK people, he is eliminating.
You can say black over here.
Okay, yes, ma'am. A lot of Black people have been dealing with. I believe he has, in effect, eliminated a lot of those stereotypes and put us all on the same playing field.
Same playing field with who?
So I can't sound insensitive without mentioning that to some extent, the billionaires do care about the middle class.
Sir,
they might care about their bottom line more,
sorry, but The same playing field as who is the question?
The middle class.
You said they put us on the same playing field. When you said us, you were talking about Black people. All right. Black people have for decades been a part of the middle class. We've had varying socioeconomic status. So I'm trying to understand exactly what it is that you mean.
So what I mean is that a lot of the stereotypes that we have to deal with, say from the immigrants. The immigrants believe we are lazy. We don't contribute nothing to America. You haven't heard an immigrant ever say we don't contribute nothing to America?
Why would I care if they did say that?
I don't necessarily care neither, but they have inadvertently affected us as a whole, as Black people.
But where do those stereotypes stem from?
It stems from our history.
Our history?
Yes.
I'm so sorry. Well, hold on. Before I do this thing that I feel like I'm about to do, when you say our history, what do you mean by that?
Our history as being stereotyped as lazy, not wanting to work.
No, love. That's not the question. That's not the question that's being asked of you. All right. I asked you, where do those stereotypes come from? You said our history. All right. That's the wrong answer. Okay.
You just want me to say white people.
Because that's where they come from. All right. They come from the people who were in control of the media. All right. So they're the ones who have been propagating that stereotype globally about us Black people here in the United States of America. All right. Do you agree with the stereotype? Do you think that Black people are lazy?
No, I think we participate in it, the culture of the stereotypes.
What?
Have you listened to rap music lately?
No, I haven't actually. I don't listen to that.
Okay, so there you go. A lot of us listen to rap music and it perpetuates those stereotypes.
What stereotypes though? I need you to name some. You keep saying stereotypes, but there's so many.
That you're lazy, that you want to stand out on the corner all day. You're a baby mama, a baby daddy.
I'm so sorry. What?
You promote on food stamps. These are the stereotypes that's out
what?
there.
Sir, you are saying a lot of anti-Black rhetoric here, and you are absolutely ridiculous.
That is a lot of it out there.
I'm gonna need you now to raise your voice though, but you're saying a lot of anti-Black rhetoric here. First things first is that everyone already knows that white people are the majority demographic that receive food stamps. We know that, okay? And the majority of them are in red states, whereas the national average is 12% of the nation receives food stamps, so SNAP benefits. In red states, it's between 13 to 17%, depending on which state you go to, with West Virginia, Mississippi, Louisiana, those states being the highest. Okay. And again, we know that those are red states and predominantly white. Okay. So there's that. All right. I don't understand why you would try to come on this panel and spew anti-Black rhetoric. All right. And then also the rap music, okay, that is being played today. They're not talking about standing on corners or anything of that nature. If anything, they're talking about how to get the bag, about their hustle. So that's what they're talking about. They actually encourage entrepreneurship.
Oh, really?
Yes, they actually do encourage entrepreneurship. They do.
Okay. So,
but do I?
Sexy Red promotes entrepreneurship.
She promotes getting to the bag.
By any means necessary.
She promotes getting to the bag. What's wrong with that?
I see it on 27th.
What's wrong with that? What's Sabrina Carpenter? What's Sabrina Carpenter singing about? What's Taylor Swift singing about? Taylor Swift is always singing about being lovelorn and how she just wants a man and her knife revolves around a man. You support that though, don't you? Okay. So you're just a misogynist. And basically, you voted for Donald Trump because you just want to legislate yourself back into the bedroom. That's what you want to do.
No, ma'am. No.
Okay. No, it's okay. You can admit it. You can be honest here.
I'm in the bedroom.
You can be honest here. You just want to legislate yourself back into the bedroom.
Don't get it twisted, babe.
Because for some reason, you have a problem with Black artists, all right, promoting and encouraging entrepreneurship via their lyrics. All right. But you don't have a problem with this white artist always talking about yearning after some man and being wrapped up in some man. You don't care. You don't have a problem with that. You support that because that's what you just said.
Right. But because I don't support stepping on people to get where I want to go. And that's what the music does. Our music supports stepping on.
You support a person that steps on people, though, to get where he wants. What are you talking about?
That's your perspective. No.
How is that not my perspective? No. I'm not talking about a damn Taylor Swift. I said you support a man. I'm talking about Donald Trump. You support a man that steps on people. That's what you do.
Acknowledge me as a citizen. That's why I support him. Because ain't no Democratic president ever acknowledged me as a citizen.
How has a Democratic president never acknowledged you as a citizen? You have to make that make sense.
Because everything that I work for in this country went to them before it went to me.
What does that mean?
Sir,
can you please stop talking in riddles? God damn.
Okay,
right? You might be new here. I literally hate riddles. Okay, I do not like riddles at all. I don't want to try to have to figure out what it is that you're saying. All right, I don't understand either, Siri. Okay, so let's just use complete sentences and whole thoughts.
Well, there's a lot of things that's more abstract than you think. Everything in reality is not.
But there is a way to actually present those abstract things in a way that other people can actually understand when you're having a conversation with them. All right, I don't want to have to guess at what you're saying because literally, if I guess at what you're saying, all right, then we can spend about a good 20 minutes talking about something you wasn't even talking about. So just say what you mean and mean what you say. Go ahead.
This is what I mean. Ultimately, is that the Democratic Party, who we historically voted for, close to 90% for the past 70 years, have done nothing but give our work and hard work and our sacrifices to other people that never benefited nothing to this country. And at least Donald Trump acknowledged that about us, that we helped build this country. No Democratic president ever said that. They always say that we're immigrants along with everybody else. But do you believe that Black Americans are immigrants?
Time out. When did they call us immigrants?
They call us, the Democratic Party call us immigrants all the time.
That's a lie. That is a lie.
That's not a lie now.
Yeah, literally that's a lie. The only school textbooks to ever go public, all right, to basically make the news about what they had in their history books were Texas and also Florida. All right, 2 red states with 2 governors that were Republican at the time. All right, where they called us immigrants in red states. All right, who called us immigrants? A Democrat. Please tell me the Democrat.
All of them.
No, don't tell me all of them. Give me a specific one. Give me a specific one and then tell me what they said so we can look it up.
Yeah, so you really want me to look that up?
Yes,
all
seriously. You can do it.
Hold on.
Please do it. We just want one example. That's all.
Well, this is crazy.
It might be crazy, but I want you to look it up, love. Go ahead. I got time.
No time in history.
Matter of fact, you got the whole music. See, look, boom, there you go. Go. Find it. Give us an example. Thanks. The whole music's playing. You got it? Okay, he's still.
Give me a sample. I'm a good researcher, but I'm not a fast typer.
Oh, it's okay, love. I'll just play the whole music again because it's a bop. Come on, guys. Do it with me. You guys shake your head. Also, did I see one of my friends in here earlier? I think I saw you, Chanel. I seen you, girl. I seen you. Miss your face. Love you. Yeah.
So here is Jill Biden, the first lady, at the time a presidential wife when President Biden was president, who toured a migrant camp in Mexico in 2019, and told reporters, "We are all immigrants," and I quote, "and our nation was built on immigration and immigrants, and we are a welcoming nation." So that applies to us too, right? When she go to Mexico and say some shit like that.
Bruh. The
I'm
straws
giving you
in
the
which
example.
you are
Bernie
grasping
Sanders
at.
said the same thing.
You literally just told us that she literally was in Mexico. So she was talking to a migrant camp. Be for real.
Correct.
Be for real.
But she's talking about our nation.
Oh
She's
my
not talking about
gosh.
Mexico.
My goodness, that boy. Listen. Did you have a question? Hold on,
Now,
I have a
don't try to
question.
flip it on me now.
I have a
Don't
question.
try to flip it on me now. I gave you the example.
I have a question.
I quoted her.
I thought you was going to come with something so much better than that, but my
this
God,
is Jill
today.
Biden, one of your
Listen, I have a
greatest
question.
first
You keep talking.
ladies.
Stop talking. Please stop. Stop doing that. I have a question. Did you dislocate your shoulder with that reach? Like, is your shoulder, is it still in the socket? Is it still in the socket, my guy? Like, what are we doing?
Other examples here.
Be
if
so
you
for
wanna
real.
Go through the list. You want to go through the list?
My God, today.
Andrew
so for real.
Cuomo said the same thing. Bernie Sanders. I know you love Bernie Sanders.
Who were they talking to? Because context matters, does it not? All right, we're going to start talking about quotes. We can start talking about Donald Trump quotes and what he said. All right, then you're going to ask me for the context. Aren't you not? Okay, so does context?
Because I'll ask you, what did he say about the 14th Amendment?
Jesus Christ. What do you mean? Oh, do you want to talk about the 14th Amendment? Is that where you want to go?
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about?
Go
go ahead.
there.
What's your argument?
Sure. I'm asking you, what did he say when he came out? Once he, he knew it was going to go before the Supreme Court. What did he say about the 14th Amendment?
I don't know. Tell us.
He said that is only applicable to the descendants of slaves. That's what he said.
But it's not.
You don't think it's not?
I know it's not. We actually have case precedent that shows that it's not. So we have that. We also have the arguments from the senators who actually argued it on Congress floor. All right, who even said out of their own mouth that
you're talking about.
Yeah, literally. We have it from their mouths. Like, we know that they argued. I'm so stop doing that.
Sorry. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. We also know, all right, that Trumbull and the other senator, what they wanted is that they did want the children of immigrants, all right, to be born here in the States if they were to be naturalized citizens. They argued this part. They literally did. So, I mean, history shows this. We can't argue with what history actually shows. All right. We also have Wong King Ark, I think it is, that case from 1898 that shows us that children born to immigrants are in fact naturalized U.S. citizens. So we have that. Like, we have precedent here that shows it. Because, like, if you want, you can tell us what the 14th Amendment actually says. What does it say?
But it did not apply to anchor babies and people that come here on visas.
Children born.
That's the question. That's a clarification being sought in the Supreme Court.
Undocumented immigrants within the jurisdiction of the United States of America are in fact.
I agree. Citizens. I'm not arguing none of that. I'm saying is that
would
the
be,
question.
But you don't. Go ahead. Sorry.
The question before the Supreme Court is, do anchor babies, do people that use visas to come into this country and have babies, does that apply to them? That is the clarification that the administration is seeking. It's not to overturn the 14th Amendment in any kind of way, but the president made it clear that conversation during that time was about how could we further implement the formal slaves as U.S. citizens coming off the 13th Amendment, because the 13th Amendment didn't fully give us citizenship. That's what those questions was about.
Time out. Say that very last part again, because bruh, what did you just say?
So the things that ties to our citizenship, the three amendments that ties to our citizenship in this country is the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So the question of the 14th Amendment had to do with, it preceded or succeeded the question of the 13th Amendment, which further our rights as if we're going to be born here, not somebody else that's coming here on a green card, because those things wasn't even established yet. The immigration system wasn't even established yet. The immigration system came 100 years later. It had nothing to do with a question of people coming from other countries here until the Supreme Court case of the Chinese guy that you mentioned. But for these people that's here today,
what? That's not true.
It's not applicable to them. It's not applicable to people here today. That's what I'm saying.
It is applicable to people here today. All right. And also, you confused in the chat. All right. You confused in the chat. Okay. Chat, are you confused? If you're confused, drop a 1. All right. I'm going to drop a 1.
And there's a video on my page you can look at, and the guy explains it very clearly. Why this question is ahead of the Supreme Court right now.
If you are confused, also drop a 1. Drop a 1 if you're confused. All right, we got a lot of 1s.
What I'm confused about is how many black people want to keep people here that's been working against them.
Oh my gosh, why are you so upset with the immigrant, bro? Like, seriously, be so fucking
because you don't realize that they worked against you.
Literally they do nothing but add to our economy and to our society. All right, they commit crime at a lesser rate. All right, they encourage and also actually increase production. They like what is it? What's the negative? What is the negative on society of immigration? Because we're going to come back to the 14th Amendment. But what's the negative of the immigrant?
Because a lot of these groups, I'm not going to say all of them, a lot of these groups have brought illegal substances in this country. Yeah, we purchase them, we sell them to each other. I'm not faulting them for that.
Sorry, what?
I'm not faulting them for that, but they still contribute to the demise of our communities. The
majority of people that bring in schmugs here to the United States of America are literally U.S. citizens.
Right, that help
literal citizens.
Right, because we're finding a lot of U.S. citizens is trafficking people too. So yes, it is a U.S. problem. I agree. It is a U.S. problem. And that's why I agree with Trump policy on Venezuela and the Caribbean right now to stop that stuff.
Bro, it's like you're upset with everyone or have something against everyone that you shouldn't have a problem with.
Well,
right? You're not thinking about the people who are actually benefiting from all of this. I'll give you a hint. It starts with white and ends with man.
Ma'am, I never denied that. But
then what you mad at them for then? Like that's so silly to be upset with them.
I give white people the business. Don't get it twisted.
But it's so silly to be upset with the immigrant though. All right.
Because they proximate themselves towards them.
Oh, but okay. So do you understand that is basically just a symptom? You can even say a result of white supremacy, the system in which we live in.
But they won't acknowledge that. They'll sit up here and accuse us
but hold on,
siding with them because we want to look out for our own destiny, right now. Right? We want to look out for our own destiny. So they accuse us of siding with them. But no, we're not siding with them. You should have sided with us when you came over here. That's my point. You should have sided with us. Regardless of what you perceived about us. And a lot of those things they perceive about us, of course, we know what's going on. You brought it up earlier, right? The issues within our community. I'm not naive to that. If you want to make my community better, don't work with them against my community to further the bad problems in our community. You should work with us.
Mom, Donnie. Sir, and the thing is that you're upset. Here's the thing. All right. Thank you so much for the cowboy hats. I appreciate y'all. All right. Mom Donnie. The thing is that again, you're upset with the wrong people. All right. The immigrant is literally coming here to make a better life for themselves. Okay. And because of those stereotypes that you talked about earlier. Okay. Okay. All right. They do have, I can't say they all do. All right. But some people that do come here do have a negative perception of people that are already here. All right, including us as Black people. All right, that isn't necessarily their fault. All right, I would say that would be the fault of the people who propagate those stereotypes, which again is white people. It's basically white supremacy. All right, but again, I don't think that you should be upset with the immigrant because of that. All right, if anything, we should all be working together to fight this system. Even though I don't think this entire fight is ours alone, white people, I'm talking about you, You have to dismantle this system of white supremacy. It's not on the black and brown people. Sorry, that was just a sidebar PSA. All right. But yeah, you're upset with the wrong people, bro. I'm so sorry. And because you can't tell me how they're a negative on our society when all they do, they pay taxes. Did you know that they pay taxes?
Doesn't matter to me.
It doesn't matter to you that they pay taxes? That Social Security fund, the Medicaid, the Medicare, all right, SNAP benefits, unemployment benefits, all right, the money that goes towards schools, the money that goes towards roads, the money that goes towards other programs that help out Americans, they don't get to benefit from because they're not citizens, but they pay into the system.
I didn't say that. I never said that. What I said was the very things that you just mentioned, I've seen happen in my own communities, how these immigrant populations come into the south side of Chicago, for example. That's where I'm from. Well, say what you want to say. And how some of these communities have been historically 90% black, and now they're 90% Hispanic. How do you explain?
What communities is that?
For example, Back of the Yards, Garfield, these little communities in Chicago, the south side of Chicago.
I'm not from Chicago, so I don't know these places. Okay.
I've done the statistics. I've done the research.
Okay, then give us where you got this information from.
It's easy, man. All you have to do is, it's just like with the LA, like you can Google like the.
I don't want to do your work for you. That's the problem.
No, I'm finna do it now, but I'm just saying you can Google basically the percentage of black people in, say, LA County or South Central LA in the 60s and 70s.
I don't care about that. You just mentioned Chicago, so I want to talk about Chicago.
About that. It's the same thing.
Yeah, the reason why I want to talk about Chicago. So give us the data for Chicago. You're saying that places went from being 90% black to 90% Hispanic. Please just provide us with the data. Because I think I reached a point to where I am so tired of baseless claims being made, is what it is. You all can't just say stuff and then be like, move on to the next point, because we're going to go back to the 14th Amendment. We definitely are. Guys, keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, reposting. Let's keep doing all of the good things, guys. Let's go ahead and get this up to 100,000 likes. We should have been there. All right. Yeah, we should have been there. So let's get it back up to 100,000 likes, guys. And let's just keep doing all of the good things. I like this gift a lot, so I'm going to go with it. It's the sparklers. It's the sparklers. All right. Boom, 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 boom. I like when people make demands of me in my chat. It's hilarious. The fuck? I hope y'all know I have like a personality disorder. I do not like authority. Yes. Yes, sir.
A lot of the black communities during the 50s and 60s were predominantly white. Okay. So going into the 70s and 80s, as the white flight took place after the civil rights movement, a lot of these communities, which historically the area called the Black Belt in these areas, Bronzeville, Pullman, Chapman, and Back of the Yards, eventually became predominantly black after the white flight, after the civil rights movement. So that's what I'm saying. And now today, let's go to today.
What's your source?
Are predominantly.
What's your source?
All right. U.S. Census Bureau, Chicago Planning Archives, Chicago City Planning Archives, the U.S. Census Bureau, and
the Census Bureau as a win.
Historical Societies and Universal Archives focusing on Chicago history, specifically the University of Chicago.
Okay, so we know that the Garfield district, all right, in Chicago, that neighborhood is predominantly black. We know that. Your claim was that is now 90% to be exact. is 90% Hispanic, is what you said. So
I said back of the yards.
You said Garfield also. You said Garfield.
I think I mentioned that in this.
You did. You said Garfield. No, you said Garfield before you
It's a
started
neighborhood
researching.
adjacent to Garfield.
But you said Garfield before you started doing that. Anywho, so where did the black people go?
Into the prison system. And they left the
Whoa, time the fuck out. You're telling me within the 3 years, all right,
decades,
that Greg Abbott
not 3 years.
No, darling. You said that Hispanics are taking over the neighborhood. That's what you said out your mouth. All right.
Yep.
That's what you said. Okay, you're doing it again. You said pretty much. All right. So first things first is I need you to go ahead and admit that you can't prove that Hispanics are taking over anything. You have no proof of that.
That they back of the yards at 90%.
You have no proof of that. All right, because what you just pulled up was about East Garfield Park. Okay. So unless you're going to pull something up about back of the yards, go ahead and concede that you have no proof. And then the next part of all of this, all right, is that you are talking about today. Okay. You're talking about today. I'm not talking about years ago. I'm talking about today.
61.8% of the back of the yards neighborhood today.
Oh, so it's not 90%?
It's not 90. You're right. Oh, that's what I concede to. It's not 90%, but they definitely the majority today.
Okay, so you have majority Hispanic neighborhoods. You have majority black neighborhoods. All right, in East Garfield Park. Now, give us a majority white neighborhood out there in Chicago. I'm pretty sure there has got to be an ethnically Polish community out there. It has to be. Oh, it is?
And these are the same. These same neighborhoods used to be ethnically Polish during World War II.
Okay, so what ends up happening? People move, people migrate. It literally is what happened.
And these people, they didn't migrate. It was called white flight.
Okay, we know about white flight. I'm talking about the black people. People move. Okay, so you saying that a neighborhood is predominantly Hispanic means absolutely nothing to me. All right,
means something to me.
And so, but also, white flight would be migration.
Mostly black people in those neighborhoods. And now I know for a fact they majority Hispanic.
Hey, Chickpea, hold on for just a moment. Hold on, I need a moment. I do. Gonna just give me 1 second, okay? You can stay here. You haven't done anything necessarily wrong. Just 1 moment, please. Okay. Chat. Hi. How are you, chat? Hi, Tube. Hi. I hope you all are having a great night. I hope you're all enjoying the live. 354 of you. Hope you all are enjoying it. I really do. I hope you all are. All right. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it nicely, because I feel like if I have to say it again, I might not say it so nicely. Okay. I do this sober. Right? I don't drink. I don't garden. I do this sober. Right? I don't know why I do it sober, but I do. I may be unwell. Not even sure. But with that being said, guys, Black women's labor ain't free. That's all I want to say. It's not free. Okay? I'll end all this shit. That's all I got to say. And Slick Black, you're stupid. There we go. Okay? All right, so let's keep tapping the screen. Let's keep sharing the live. Let's keep doing all of the good things. All right? Do I need to put on a hoodie and a hat for you all? All right? Do I need to go copy off of someone else? Steal all their lines?
White hoodie and a hat.
Oh, not a white one. You want me to be like the Klan? I know that's what you have in your closet. What size are your bed sheets?
I love you, sister.
What size are your bed sheets, sir?
Queen. I got queen size there.
Now, anywho, with that being said, guys, let's do all of the good things. All of the good things, okay? All right, links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica 9. All right. Oh no, I was throwing shade, Anna. I was definitely throwing shade at someone. All right. Told them everything they know. Anywho, with that being said, guys, let's get back to this conversation. Because again, I do this sober. I don't know why. I refuse to develop an alcohol problem. I won't do it, or a gambling addiction. I won't do that either. So there's that. Anywho, okay. Hi, Austin. Did you vote for Trump?
Yeah, I did.
How old are you?
26.
26. All right, I'm gonna put you on mute. Okay. All right. So you pretty much could not prove your points about Hispanics taking over. That's absolutely insane, by the way. I just want to let you know that. You shouldn't go around saying stuff like that. It's getting extremely xenophobic. All right. I don't know why you want to take on the rhetoric of the white man, but yet here you are. With that being said, okay, let's get back to the 14th Amendment. Do we need to go over what the 14th Amendment actually says, the actual text of it, and then go from there?
I think we need to establish the consideration around the 14th Amendment at the time. And it did not predict the future like this. It didn't have this immigration problem that we have in the United States in mind. It only had to do with the descendants of the African slaves. That's what I'm saying.
That's not true.
Maybe not. I don't know. Do we know the minutes? Have we seen the minutes from the arguments in the chambers when they was debating
Do
this?
you know what was the foundation for the 14th Amendment? Do you know what document was the foundation for it?
No, ma'am.
It was the 1866 Civil Rights Act. All right. So the CRA of 1866. All right. And in the 1866 Civil Rights Act, there actually was what we now know as basically nationalization. The birthright citizenship clause is what we now know it as, which is included in the 14th Amendment. The Civil Rights Act basically gave citizenship to all people within the jurisdiction of the United States of America, except for Native Americans. And there's one more that I'm missing. All right, but I'll look it up for you because I don't mind doing so.
Oh, BS.
I'm so sorry,
right.
Austin.
She's
It's
right.
not your
No,
turn.
she's absolutely right.
Thank you very much.
going.
Shushies. Thank you. Shushies. It's not your turn yet. Okay. So that's what that did. All right. It basically was, and foreign diplomats, thank you, and diplomats, it basically was ratified, not basically, it was ratified,
Correct.
all right, with the
Correct.
14th Amendment. All right. They, again, Trumbull, all right, and along with the other senator, all right, argued this on the floor, whether or not they wanted, specifically in regards to Chinese immigrants, if they wanted the children of immigrants to be considered U.S. citizens, so to be born naturalized. They, in fact, agreed that they did. That's why between the 1866 CRA and the 14th Amendment, the language got broader because they wanted to include everyone born on the soil of U.S. land. All right. So if you're within our jurisdiction, just Soleil, then you are a U.S. citizen. 'Tis it, 'tis all. What is there to actually argue there?
The president of the time of all these arguments, they didn't have him. The founding fathers or the people who established those amendments didn't have in mind the immigration
The
problem.
founding fathers were long dead. The founding fathers did the first Immigration Act. I believe it was a 1797. They did the first Immigration and Naturalization Act then, and they said the only people that could be citizens in the United States are white men. So should we argue that we shouldn't respect the 14th Amendment? Is that what we should argue? Because that's the one that you FBAs, that's the one that you all love to argue and say it was just for the descendants of slaves. It was just for enslaved people, blah, 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 all that jazz. All right. But if we're going to go back even further, we can say that the Immigration and Naturalization Act, okay, that was signed, 70 years, not 70, almost 70 years beforehand, it only applied to white people.
Oh, really?
Yes,
and
really.
Okay.
Oh, really?
And, okay. So the argument would have been for if that amendment was for just to be applicable to white men, it had to be just in comparison to the other people that was here. It had nothing to do with assuming that other people were going to come here. What's happening now? That's my point. The whole conversation and what they were talking about around that time, it was a totally different situation. It was a totally different situation. And those conversations surrounded us as enslaved people.
You're not getting it. You're not understanding what's happening here. And I can tell. And it's okay. All right. The point is, okay, is that these things change. They change over time. All right. And we get new laws put into place which nullify the previous laws. All right. With the 14th Amendment, that is currently the law. And per that law, everyone within the jurisdiction of the United States of America, again, I sound like a broken record, is a U.S. citizen. That's all that there is to it.
So the question
we even have case precedent to back it up.
We're going to get a lot of case precedent right now because that question, that very question is in front of the Supreme Court right now. Should people that casually came over here on work visas or
are they here legally if they come over on a work visa?
No, should they have the ability to have children here, and that should their children fall under that 14th Amendment?
Yes.
No, not if you break the law.
What's the negative?
That's the question.
What's the negative?
Not if you break the law.
Have some patience. It's not your turn. Patience, Austin. What's
not
the negative?
If you break the law. That's my point.
What's the negative? Is the question.
The negative, I would say this. I've been hard on the rest of the diaspora. I've been unfair to some of the diaspora. Okay. But I know Hispanics have hurt us. They have hurt us dramatically.
No, they haven't.
They have.
No, they haven't. You're not going to say stuff like that on this platform.
They have.
No, you're not going to be harmful to people. I swear to God, no, you're not. Look, because they haven't.
The United States worked with them to harm us, but they harmed us too.
No, they haven't. And I'm not even going to ask you to back that up. I'm going to need you to actually move on from that.
I agree. That's fine.
Because they haven't. And that's all that there is to it. Go on. What's your next point?
That's all to you. Don't want to get into the conversation, which is fine.
No, I don't want you to be harmful to the community is what I don't want you to do.
I'm not trying to be harmful to them.
Yes, you are. They have not.
We should let them know how we feel.
First things first. All right. Matter of fact, if he's not live, I need give me one moment. Give me one moment.
Come on, girl.
Austin, I know you want some attention.
She's a queen.
I know you want some attention, Austin, but you're not going to
Don't think I'm going to disrespect her because we at odds, but I do see her as a beautiful queen.
Let me do this also. Thank you for your patience, Chickpea. All right. Wow. I can't see with my glasses, y'all. Thank you so much, Rohit, for the $7.99 super chat. Rohit said, you have the patience of a saint. Shout out to my mom. That's the only way I'm able to do this. Shout out to my mom. I have a praying mother. All right. Also, shout out to Tia Teresa for the $20 super chat for thanks for all you do. Your patience is superhuman. I try. Thank you so very much. Also, shout out to Evan Porter for the $20 super chat. Evan said, I can't watch this sober. I totally understand. I do it sober, though. If I do it sober, you can watch it sober, but I'm not judging at this moment. Not at this moment, but shout out to our tubers for all of the super chat love. Thank you so very much, guys. I appreciate y'all. Let me check one more place here and see. Shout out to, oh my God. Holy shit. Shout out to Solomon for the $50. Solomon, thank you so very much, guys. Let's get a gazillion, bajillion hearts in the chat, as Bubba would say. All right, let's get that in the chat for Solomon. It says, sending aloha, aloha. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Thank you. Also, shout out to my girl, Hot Girl Money, for the $2. Hot Girl Money said, Brother Man needs to do more research. I can't talk now. I'm so excited. Thank you. I said, Brother Man needs to do more research and educate himself, and maybe he'll be able to debate with a little more substance instead of getting tossed like the baseless word salad that keeps coming out of his mouth. Damn, she raised you for filth.
That's not true.
She raised you, though. She raised you. Drop some hearts in the chat for that read from Hot Girl Money. Drop those hearts in the chat. Also, shout outs to Anthony for the $5. Thank you so much, Anthony. Anthony said, you are a goddamn badass. Thank you. Oh my gosh. All right. Thanks for doing what most of us can't. I appreciate you, love. Thank you so very much. Drop some hearts in the chat to all of our donors, guys. Thank you guys so very much. If you'd like to support the live, support the stream, links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. All right. Again, it's Everything with Erica is right there at the top of your screen. Also, if you're over on the tube, the best way to support the live is via a super chat. Thank you all so very much, because everything is accepted and most definitely appreciated. Thank you guys. All right. With that being said, Chickpea, all right, you're a Black man. Okay. You know that systemic racism exists in this country. All right. White people, all right, have been at the head of a 400-year plus campaign to discredit every single thing that we do within this country, to paint us as the bad guys, to paint us as the bad ones simply for reacting to their racism, to their subjugation, to their oppression. All right. They are trying to do the exact same thing to brown people. Okay.
Why are you lying?
Literally, an entire ethnic class of people, they are trying to do this. And instead of standing beside them and them standing beside us, what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to blame them for the ills that the Black community is facing, instead of saying, we know who the problem is. Because you told me earlier that you know who the problem is. You told me that earlier. You know that it's the white man. But you want to be upset with the immigrant? Make it make sense.
Well, they participated. I'm upset with us. I'm upset with us for participating.
I agree.
Austin,
hold up, Austin. I'll wrap it up quick. You know, I don't know. I grew up in Hispanic neighborhoods too in Chicago. You know, like you said, we move around. My grandmother moved us around too to keep us out of trouble. Whatever, you know, just keep us away from the problems and stuff like that. But what, in my experience, what I always noticed was this, right? I go to my Hispanic friend's house, have dinner with them and stuff, you know, because they're my friends. We play basketball together, whatever. We're on the same team. And I look at our households, how dysfunctional they were. And the problems within our households was connected to them, right? To be specific, like the illegal substance traders on the blocks, right? The Black ones never said they went to another Black person to get their illegal substance. They never said they went to another Black person to get their illegal substance. They always went to a Hispanic person to get their illegal substance. Community with Hispanics. Now, you could say I'm naive for just chalking my experience up like that to the Hispanics, but that's what we, as Black people, mostly experience. No Black person can ever say that we were manufacturing that stuff at the levels needed to produce it in our communities without outside assistance.
I'm so.
I know
bruh, I need you to be so for real. So for real. So for real. We know that both Black and brown people were used and abused in the 80s when it came to the C epidemic. We know that for a fact. Okay. We have the documents. All right. We have that information. Okay. They use the Hispanics. All right. They use the people from, well, the Latinos, actually. They use them from South America, Colombia to be exact. All right. To import that stuff here. Okay. And they use the black people to sell it. We know that for a fact. Why are you sitting here upset with them for doing the
Because they
same thing
wanted
that we
separate
was doing
parts.
while we no, listen, please. We were everybody, all right? Everyone, the brown man and the black man, okay, were literally just trying to find a way out of their current circumstances and saw it as an opportunity to do so. Is that an excuse? No, it's not. All right? No, it's not. But who put that shit there? All right? Who was the connecting piece? Who was the connecting piece? I want you to say it. Who was the connecting piece?
The U.S. government.
Exactly. Who was running the U.S. government? What they look like?
I know white people.
Exactly.
White people. Yeah, because I know. Okay, so since I'm glad. I'm feeling like you agree with me at least a little bit on some of it.
No, I know who the problem is. I have no issue with the immigrant. I have no issue with any immigrant.
That's where we differ.
I don't care where the immigrant comes from. I have no issue with any immigrant. No immigrant has never taken my job. No immigrant has never done anything to me. Okay? Live your life, bro. Live your life. They're literally coming here trying to better their lives because the United States government, these white people, all right, go into their countries. We literally see that being played out today right before our eyes with Trump and Venezuela. And this is what you voted for. They go into these people's countries, they destabilize them, take away their means of revenue, like with Venezuela, sanction the hell out of their number one commodity, which is the crude oil. So then they can't sell it freely. They can't participate in trade, so they can't make money. If they can't make money, they can't have money to go towards programs that actually help their citizens, their infrastructure. Their people start looking for better opportunities. So they travel north to what we call the southern border, and they try to come here. They're looking for better opportunities. They do not commit crime more than we do. They just don't. They don't commit crime more than a native citizen. We know that for a fact. Evidence shows us that. Like, what are we doing? Why would we be upset with them? I'm not upset with the immigrant. You are. We don't agree. We don't agree. That's all there is to it. We just don't agree.
They cross the border legal. That's crime.
No, the majority of them actually cross the border legally.
They did not.
Do you know what an undocumented immigrant is?
I know you have to come through a port of entry to enter here legal. Enter here legally.
No, you don't.
Come through a port of entry.
Austin, come back. Just go back in the request, Austin.
You can't cross a open pasture, for example, and cross somebody's fence across the United States border. You have to go through a port of entry.
No.
And most of the migrants that came through during the Biden administration did not come through the port of entry.
That's a whole lie. You lied.
No, it's not.
Substantiate the claim, then. I don't have to prove a negative. You prove it. Prove it, black man. Prove it.
Why have to prove that? You're talking about 20 million people.
20 million people? Yeah, 20 million people.
From the calculations
20 million people came into the United States. Okay, I really need you to prove this.
Yes.
Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Now, please. Get your source. You like to research. Get your source.
It should be. You know that the Democratic cities, hold up. You know that the Democratic cities.
I don't want to mute you. I don't want to mute you. I do not want to mute you because I haven't had to all night. So just prove it. I need you to prove this source. 20 million. Because you just be saying numbers. Just like 90% of East Garfield Park is Hispanic. All right. Just like 90% is Hispanic. Like, get the numbers, bro. Come on. Please.
90% of them were from the Latin world.
Pretty, please. Go ahead. Get it. Get your source. Go. Get your source. This is wicked work.
This ain't wicked work.
It is
Nothing.
definitely wicked work.
You want me to go get the source for 20 million people? That's a week's two weeks of research.
Not 2 weeks or research. I'm pretty sure I can find it, but I don't want to do your homework for you.
Oh,
so basically, here's the deal. Over here, we don't do trust me, bro. Over here. So basically, what that means is you're lying.
No, I don't.
All right. So that's not a fact. That's not a fact. Okay. If you can't substantiate, it's not close to a fact either. So there's that. That was silly to say. It's not close to a fact. 20 million is absolutely outrageous. That's an outrageous claim. You should not go around saying stuff like that. Anywho,
how many you think
do not have to go through during Biden's administration?
Yes, ma'am.
The ones that did not go through a port of entry and did not claim asylum. No, I'm actually giving you some information here. All right. I'm actually giving you some information. It was about, I'll say, no more than 3 million. All right. And that's per the DHS. All right. When it comes to what you guys call illegal. But here's the thing. You don't know what an undocumented immigrant is. Also, I need you to take a look at 8 USC 1158. And then I want you to 8 USC 1158. And then what I need you to understand from that, all right, is that you do not have to enter through a port of entry. I hope somebody is keeping score because that's basically two things that he's been wrong about in regards to immigrants that he couldn't back up with any type of evidence. So there's that.
Can I read it?
Sure.
1158?
Yeah, 8 USC 1158.
So in general, any alien who is physically present in the United States or who arrives in the United States, whether or not at a designated port or arrival, and including an alien who is brought to the United States after having been interdicted, in international or U.S. waters, irrespective thank you, of such alien status may apply for asylum in accordance with this section, blah, 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 blah. Okay, whatever. But
what does that mean?
That's why we challenging the 14th Amendment, I think. That's where all of the clarification coming in. Well, no, because it has to do with the birthright citizenship, right?
I need a moment. I need another moment. Remember, I do this sober. Just give me a moment.
That idiot that say I can't read, you're retarded.
Hey, dude, you can't say slurs over here. Chill, bruh. Take a lap. Good grief. What is wrong with the people? Take a lap. If you wanted to leave, all you had to do was say, hey, I want to go bye-bye now. You didn't have to do that. Guys, tap the screen, share the live, keep doing all of the good things, guys. Keep doing all of the good things. Okay? Okay. Do all the good things. We only have we only have 3 left now. 2. I can't count. This is Gorilla? Gorilla? Hello? Person on the panel?
Hello.
Moment Maury?
Hello. That's me.
Okay. How old are you?
32.
32? It's not Gorilla. This doesn't sound like him. Okay. All right. And you voted for Donald Trump?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Why do you still support Trump?
I think he's funny.
You think he's... Okay. I think this is also funny. All right. Ha 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 ha. I'm funny. Okay. Anywho, guys, keep doing all the good things. All of the good things. We only have 2 of the sparklers left to go. Let's get these likes up to 200,000 likes. All right. We're only at 89,000 likes. I know he had y'all typing. I know. I felt it in my bones too, guys. I would have been, if I was listening to that, I would have been in the chat also. But guys, let's get the likes up. Thank you so very much. Also, if you are over on the tube, make sure that we are liking the stream. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you doing? Make sure that you subscribe. All right. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all so very much. With that being said, guys, just let's keep doing all of the good things. All of the good things. Thank you so much for knocking out those sparklers. Y'all are friggin' awesome. Friggin' awesome. All right. I guess Jay wasn't a Trump supporter. Trump supporters, get in the box. All right. And support him for more than you think he's funny. That's fucking weird. All right. That's just absolutely weird. Okay. We're not doing that. We're adults where we're supposed to be adults. Let's not do that. Okay. Whoa. I know that guy used the R word as a cop out. He know he can't say the R word on TikTok. Seriously. Like, if you want to leave, just say leave. Just say, hey, you know what, Erica? You're right. Thank you for the fest gear. You know what? You're right. I don't know anything about immigration. You can easily say that. I'll take it. I'll take it. Anywho, Trump supporters, request up, and let's have a conversation. All right. No friendlies, just looking for Trump supporters doing one-on-ones. No friendlies for now. Okay. Hi. King of the World is the name.
Hello.
I'm going to call you World. All right, World. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I just come up to say thank you with you because you say something important about the immigrant. Me, I'm an immigrant. I'm coming here. I work very hard to take care of my family in Haiti. I'm Haitian, and we do not. My English is not perfect, but I'm gonna try.
Say sapa.
Sapase.
Yep, sapase.
Yeah. But we do not do wrong thing. We just come here to work only. That's why I'm here to say thank you. Okay, bye.
All right, it's the least I could do. But thank you so much for being here. You have a great night, love.
You too.
Thanks. Drop some hearts in the chat for World. Drop some hearts in the chat. All right. Awesome. Okay. Hi, Slickback. You were asking a question in the chat. So, are you a Trump supporter? I'll send you a request to unmute.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Are you a Trump supporter?
No, I'm not. I was just having a debate about your past lives or the past arguments.
Okay. Quick question. Are you in the States?
Yes.
Okay. And how old are you?
42.
42? Okay. All right. What is it? Like, tell me what it is that you're trying to talk about or that you had a contention with.
It was the arguments that
where'd he go? The fuck? Where'd he go? I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know. That was different. Okay. It was the argument that you then I don't know. Anywho, guys. All right. Oh my God. Thank you so much. You guys got over 100,000 likes. Thank you so much. Let's get up to 200,000. Thank you. I don't like talking mean to y'all. I really don't. Please don't make me do it again. Hey guys, you will never believe who's in the request.
Yeah, higher wages. 19 million black people have been unalived since 19.
The fuck he thought this was? Why would he think that he could do that? What made him think that he could actually come on my panel? Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. What about the fathers? What about the fathers? The fathers. Oh, that's right. See, you guys, I don't know if you all know where I be at sometimes, but I be in some places, and that guy is a friggin' menace. All right, he doesn't talk about anything, and what about the fathers? The fathers. Bruh, I'm clipping that. I really like my impression of that, so there's that. Boop, clip it. He can be in the comments. I don't care. He's just not coming on my panel. Anywho, y'all, go ahead. I think we could. Oh my God, it's midnight? The fuck am I doing? Bruh. How come nobody told me what time it is? Who the hell left me to my own devices? Who did that? Ain't nobody told me Nathan. I gotta go. I am in Arizona. It is midnight, sir. We have different time zones. All right, different time zones. I have to go to sleep. Okay, it is late. I know that my mods have an attitude right now, and I don't blame them. Mods, I am sorry. I apologize to you. My bad. I gotta go. Get the fuck up out of here. Guys, thank you so very much. I'm gonna do something really quick just so I can end it out. I have a theory about this, so bear with me one moment. Okay, here we go. Do me a huge favor. Just knock out the I'm ready's. It's a penny. Just knock those out, guys. All right. Power tap the screen. Do all the good things. All right. We're going to go ahead and get on up out of here. Thank you all so very much. Yes, I do. For the most part, go live every day. Guys, Tube, Twitch, TikTok. You guys, TikTok. Right here. TikTok, this camera. Guys, tomorrow we are going. Wait, I want to do the thing. Hold on. Rewind. Guys, tomorrow we have to be very quiet. We're going MAGA hunting. Boom. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. I know, BGB. No one cares. What about the fathers? What about the fathers? The fathers. Okay. I'm going to go around saying that shit all day tomorrow. Liv is going to be sick of me. All right. We're going to be doing it at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So join me tomorrow with a very special guest. Absolutely love this person. They're absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to go MAGA hunting with them. It's going to be a friggin' ball. So with that being said, y'all, thank you so much to everyone who tapped the screen, who shared the live, who donated, who sent a gift, who reposted, who sent a comment. Thank you to the weird people that came up on the panel. I appreciate you all too, because without you, ops, we can't do this. So thank you so very much to y'all too, even though I think y'all might be deplorable, but that's another story. I really have to work on my filter. With that being said, guys, I leave you with this as I do every single night. Okay? What about the fathers? The fathers. Crack me up. Shit. If don't nobody else laugh, I'm gonna laugh. Anywho, Fredo, I leave you with this as I do every single night, guys. If you can't do something kind for yourselves, please do something kind for someone else. I absolutely love y'all. Take care of yourselves. Wherever you go, I don't care where you go. All right. Just wherever you go, drop some hearts in the chat. Say Erica Ray. Do all of the good things for that host. I appreciate y'all. Have a